The old mysterious mute has come on, but we're not muted anymore. So, good afternoon and welcome back to the afternoon's varsity action. Day one, of course, started with Cambridge winning quite convincingly on Counter-Strike. We're moving to go over to VALORANT now, so that's going to be exciting. But this is my co-caster, Ender. How are you looking forward to the game?
I think it should be great. I expect Cambridge to win, but hopefully the games will be pretty close. It was quite one-sided last year.
Yeah, I mean, talking about last year, I mean, I'll just correct for the sake of the viewers. It's right that basically it used to be like a casual sort of game. It was played casually last year, but then this year, 2022, is the first time that it's been played as a full 4-point varsity.
Last year the teams could change.
Yeah, okay. But this is a proper competitive affair, so this is the first time, really. I mean, have they played together sort of in leagues, like nil or anything?
Cambridge played together a little bit last year, one of the terms, but not much. And this team's a little bit different. So.
Yeah. So it's a very sort of new endeavour, isn't it?
I mean, I think for both.
I mean, I know that you're saying on paper, Cambridge, but really, this is going to be a difficult one because it's going to be so hard to predict. You know, we've got teams that haven't played each other, who've probably not really played on a stage like this before if they're just coming from a casual Valorant background. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. What do you think of the sort of the map pool? So we're starting off on Bind. What are your thoughts on that map? Should be getting into the action soon.
Yeah, so Cambridge is starting on defence, which I think they're a lot more comfortable in. I think Bind can be quite two-sided. We'll see how it goes, depending on how important it is.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what comps they pull out.
It'll be interesting to see who's playing who as well. You know, so I mean, we're looking up now, and it's getting started. So we're just about to get locked in now. I mean, we're seeing some of the champions here on our screen. Is there any early shouts you've got specifically on the Cambridge side?
Benyo, Lurk Master, and he's Lux Chamber. So it'll be nice to see him execute his signature Lux Chamber.
Yeah. I mean,
Timon on Yoru. Something I haven't seen much. That would be great to watch.
That'll be really interesting as well. I'm liking some of the old classics over on the Oxford side.
2 Sentinels and they're starting T sides. That'll be interesting to see.
How does that work dynamically, do you think?
I reckon they'll play quite a slow round to start with, and hopefully try and catch up some pushes from Cambridge.
Yeah,
I'll try and wait for Cambridge to get complete. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. It's an interesting kind of map in that regard, isn't it? Sort of how the dynamics are going to play out. And that's the difference between, I think, CS and Valorant is the champion selection. I know there's weapon selection in CS, which is sort of informed by finance, sure, but it's really different, I think, on Valorant.
And the spacing on this map will be interesting because you can explode on a site pretty much whenever you want. Yeah, the timing on this map will be interesting because Oxford will be able to sit back for quite a long period of time and then suddenly explode on the site whenever they want. So maybe the 2 Sentinels will work fine.
Yeah, I mean, what are some of the sort of the key areas of the map that you think Oxford might sort of go for? Where are Cambridge going to be defending? Where are the important places?
Yeah, I think try and look for Cambridge to make plays down maybe B long, and showers. And I think it'll be interesting to see if Timon can pull off some plays with the teleports on Euro.
I think showers is a really interesting map, and that B long as well. It's similar. There's so many sort of opportunities and entries and routes that you can go down, but you know, as a team, you're sort of looking from lots of different perspectives, and it opens up a lot, especially as a captain, as a leader. So where do you want to go next?
Yeah, it's a place that some teams tend to not even fight for, so you can often send just one player to take all the space. Which gives you lots of options on the attack.
So in terms of the individual players, then I can't really comment on the Ox teams. I've not really watched much of the gameplay before, but in terms of players from Cambridge that you've played with before, like who are some of the people do you think to look out for in this game?
Yeah, so I think Fright and Timmerman will be consistent fraggers, and Radar and Benjo can come out with plays out of nowhere, and Udano is a really solid frag as well and a solid support.
Good. So it looks like we're just going to be getting into the action very soon. The teleporters are such an interesting dynamic on this map. I find when I've played it in the past, it's really interesting just how quickly a round can switch because you're not just relying on rotations, are you? Sort of relying. Yeah, exactly. Right at the end, you can just pull a rabbit hat using them. I think you should be with us now, so we should be getting started very, very soon now. We're in the buy phase, so it looks like we're going to be kicking off the game of Valorant now between Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah, so it looks like Oxford's setting up to hit A, and Cambridge is setting up for Well, looks like they've got a bit of a read.
Yeah, there
They're
might be
stacking
some
towards A now.
technical issues going on at the moment, actually, as you might be able to see. So once we're getting going, no, fixed, brilliant. So, right, yeah, as you said, they're setting up towards A.
I take that a little bit. They've all moved around now.
You called your yeah, you called it a little
they
bit.
faked me out already.
Exactly, you can radar on Omen.
Yeah, so it looks like Fade will go for an info play out and be mid immediately. And Reina will try and find a pick off that.
Yeah. Here we go. Just going to get started now. Here we go with the Valorant kicking off. It's Oxford versus Cambridge. Varsity, our second game of the weekend, and instantly some mid fights. Early util. Advancing through the teleporter now.
Yeah, Cambridge are pushing down mid quickly. And Oxford in return are pushing up A short. Looks like they're setting up for an A short.
Yeah, they're looking. Their attention does primarily seem to be towards A, but we know on Bind just how quickly that can change. And Fright very aware of his corners as they push out on towards the A bomb site. Spike being planted by the Oxford captain Badger. Oh, shot!
Great pick from Tim.
2 great picks already, and it's a third. Lots of early gunfights going the way of the CTs, but it's a great shot from Forge. And the peak comes out. They're trying to get on the bomb. It's a great teleport as well. It's another good kill, but the trade back. Joshua again. They're trying to get the bomb.
Unlucky.
Finished him off.
Great round for Cambridge.
And it's a great round from Cambridge. The radar going to be getting that diffuse in now of the spike. As the defenders, Cambridge, get on board.
Yes, that was a great pistol in the first round. It looked like it could have gone either way at points when they started hitting the A side, but Cambridge just came together and cleaned the.
What do you think, sort of, like, how did Cambridge get those frags? What's the process of them just sort of, how are they moving?
I think they were able to figure out quite quickly that Oxford were pushing A, and Timmerman was able to teleport back on. Even though it looked like A site was empty, Timmerman was able to get there quickly, and they could fight the site together.
So we're going to be setting up now for this second round. It's a very, very B-centric setup this time from the T's. And they're going to fight for some mid-control.
Oh, great early
Great shot, wasn't it?
But maybe Oxford can find a way in this.
Fright backing away, which is smart. There's no reason to sort of overextend in that position. And with that weapon there, the Deagle.
And Radar's going on a great lurk through A showers.
Yeah.
He's taking a lot of space. I think Cambridge know that Oxford are setting up heavily towards B.
Yeah. You can't sort of, as a lurker, you've got to find a level of balance. You've got to be able to take certain spaces, but know when to hold, when to withdraw, stuff like that. And this is where Joshua with the pistol now could get an opportunity onto Udon. He sees a shoulder, but nothing more. Good info, though. Good info for the CTs, I think.
Yeah, Udon is taking a lot of info all across B, peeking and B short, and now revealing on Radar's in a position to catch this race here. Let's see if he can.
Oh, it's a great shot from Radar. Catches out Rays on the lurk.
And in response.
And they're going to have to push on to B now to make up for that. In their cover. It's a good position from Udon. He could get a couple here. And that's the first. Can't find the second. Spike's going to get planted. 3 versus 3. And Benjo, it's another good kill. And it's just one left now for the T's. He's going to get taken down. And I think there was a chance there for a moment, wasn't there, for Oxford, but Cambridge shut it down quite quickly.
It could have gone. I think that was both teams will take that as a success. Oxford got a plant down and 2 picks. And Cambridge managed to resolve the round nicely.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good start from Cambridge, would you say? I mean, what are some of the early things that you're seeing from how Cambridge are playing, how Oxford are playing, some of the setups that you're seeing, some of the duels? I mean, it looks like Cambridge are coming out on top of a lot of the duels, right?
They're taking a lot of initiative, which is great to watch. They're not sitting back and giving it to control.
Yeah.
They're fighting early B short. They're pushing lurks and showers.
Yeah.
And they're really causing Oxford to have to respect those pushes and forcing Oxford into responses maybe faster.
Yeah.
But it's only been 2 rounds so far. And Oxford have found great picks in both rounds as well.
Yeah. It's something where Oxford are looking like they can have something in it. Do you know what I mean? They're looking like they're getting a couple of kills. Like they're getting the bomb punch. I mean, they've got the bomb punch in both rounds, which is good aggression.
Oxford are always in the round until certain points.
Yeah.
Where it kind of It's flipped Cambridge way, but it's great signs.
Yeah, exactly. And you never know how long that's going to last or anything like that. It's an interesting start, but it's still very early days in this series. Only 2 rounds in after
I
all.
want to see more from Benji.
Do you think?
I think so.
Hasn't got a chance to get into the game really, but I suppose it just depends.
Himself.
Especially as a CT, it's sort of where the other team's going to go, and you actually getting a chance to get into the game from that perspective, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting though, sort of thinking about the predictions for the series, because I mean, I don't know, both teams look quite even at the moment.
I would say actually I think this would be quite a close game.
Yeah, I mean it depends sort of on the economy as well, of course, but it's going to be interesting to see when both teams get full guns and sort of when they give them more chance to show sort of their breadth and their depth in their strat book. What kind of face they can bring out and what kind of stuff they're going to be bringing out in general. We're just in a bit of a timeout at the moment, so apologies for this intermission, but I think should be cutting back to the game quite shortly, ideally. Yeah, it's looking a little bit of a pause. I think this is a technical issue that should hopefully be resolved shortly. Apologies for that. It's interesting though. I mean, talk about some of the new champions, because I've not really been able to keep up with VALORANT. For those who haven't been able to keep up with it recently, so who are some of the new champions? Who are some of them in the game? What kind of abilities can they bring? What kind of things can they do? What ones are ones to keep an eye on?
Both of the newest agents in the game. I've been playing this game. So you've got Chamber, who's been a dominant agent who's come out recently.
Chamber, and is Chamber being played today by?
Yeah. So Chamber, Benjo's on Chamber, and I think S-Forge is on Chamber in Oxford. And he's been a dominant sentinel who just focuses on being able to fight early picks with his teleports.
Yeah.
So look for a lot of aggressive plays from Chamber on the CT side to just take early picks and win rounds for CTs early on. And you've also got Fade, who's a great new initiator. You can take a lot of fast space with util.
It's that is what it's about. That sort of meta and sort of sticking with the meta and seeing what changes, what doesn't. But I think we should be getting back into the game now, thankfully. So that's good. 2-0, of course. Interesting start. The economy for the CT
will be the
is
first
very helpful.
round.
Yeah, you can see the weaponry here. It's a lot different. I mean, yeah, the CTs are obviously been saving for previous rounds, but the T's are getting a chance now to sort of, go for it a bit. And in we go. Early util down mid. Radar holding close.
Great bait from Cambridge. Let's see if Radar can catch them off. Will Oxford expect this?
He could have swung for the trade there, but didn't. And he's going to have a chance at 2. Taken expertly. And the Phantom recovered as well.
In reaction, Oxford have pushed up short quite quickly and are still able to get the plant down, so they do have a chance in this round.
Oh, Radar with another brilliant
headshot from Radar.
Spike's gone down, but 4v2 retake of A. This should be quite routine. He's got his info as well. Taps, but S-Forge with a really nice kill. Knows his angles, and Benyo able to retake. Good, superior weaponry. Spraying the bomb, but there's nothing there to flashbang. Not going to do much. And Udun's on the defense.
Let's see if S-Forge can get out of this corner and find another plant.
They're going to need to. It's 2v1 now. 2v1. And Rex taken down by Benyo. The defuse is going to come through. And
that was an unlucky round for Oxford to lose there. It's obviously great for Cambridge to win the bonus. Yeah. And now they're...
It was really close again, wasn't it? I mean, all these rounds have sort of been really like back and forth. Unpredictable as to who's going to win, stuff like that.
Came down to the great bait play that was played in showers, and unfortunately Oxford weren't ready for that.
It was great. I mean, again, you'd think if there's a second person coming to swing out, try to play aggressively, but Radar played that so well in the way that he held back, waited for them to cross out, and didn't force the issue at all.
You want to play? Let's play.
Oh,
early pick from
Fright on this team mid fight, and Cambridge will be fighting this a lot.
Great tries though from Joshua with that deagle.
And again, Oxford might have a way back into this round. Cambridge have immediately fallen off hookah. and so we're going to be in limbo a bit, trying to figure out where Oxford are playing. It looks like Oxford are choosing to explode out long. First contact.
Oh, you done brilliant play. That's 2. Trade eventually comes in, but the info is out. The bomb's over at B. And that's going to be really useful.
Well, now Oxford are pinned between the Omen teleport
They are.
and the B site. Let's see
They're
if they
really
can find this.
And Radar knows it, and that's why he can afford to play passively, because he knows if they want to back away, they have to go around him, right?
Yeah, great discipline from Radar to hold this passive. But Oxford seem quite aware and they're carefully looking for this site.
30 seconds left.
I think Oxford are waiting for an overpeak from Cambridge, but now it looks like they're grouping up to hit the site. And actually, there's only one member of Cambridge, Ben, who's holding this A site, B site. Let's see if he can finally step up.
Benjo is in a really interesting position here. There's not much time. He's going to hear that bomb, and he's
10
not
seconds.
rushing down.
Spike
Playing it
planted.
passively. He's getting the info, because he knows the retake is very much possible. These are needed. The
Great
jewel
pick from Oxford.
hasn't got
And now
it.
this is a really interesting one.
It's really interesting. Benjo, great aim. Pops back. He knows they're both
So they're going to have to
backing
bait
long.
out the Brimstone. There's a lot of delay.
Winston uses the ult, holds them back.
One
They get on the end of the
remaining.
defuse. They're going to get it at least up to halfway.
Here
And that's what they've done. Backing away from the grenade well. Already got halfway on the defuse. They're
Will
going to have
Cambridge
enough
have time?
time. Oh, the
I
molly.
think they will.
The molly's going to slow them down, but they should be okay because they've already got half.
That was a really nice recovery from Oxford, but again,
Yeah.
when it came down to it, Cambridge managed to close it up.
Yeah. I really thought Oxford had that for a minute, but Cambridge played the retake really well. Brimstone tried to use his abilities, but it just didn't come off,
Yeah.
and it wasn't enough.
I
It
think
needed a bit more.
both teams had a good understanding of how the other team was playing that. Oxford were waiting for that direct from Omen patiently and picked a great timing to actually push the B side and improve.
Yeah.
That was off a great pick from Josh at the start, with
Yeah.
which forced Cambridge to fall back and gave Oxford a lot of
It was a
space.
really good trade, wasn't it? As you say, it sort of had changed Cambridge's game plan massively. Oh, look at the aggression from Fry.
Quite a lot of confidence coming up from fight here to this,
Yeah.
and that's something you can look for in Arena. Just early fights with the ability to dismiss out or overgo back.
Badger backed up towards window. Well, interesting position if there's any aggression from the CTs. But...
So Cambridge looked like they were ready for that B hit, but now Benjo's actually rotated back. Oxford have a great timing to explode.
Oh, look at the
side.
launch into the side. So quick.
Fast
Off to
exec.
B. Fright with a really good headshot. Trade back equally as good. And
Trade's
been
coming up.
coming into the site now. Needs to stop this bomb from being planted, and so far it isn't being.
Oxford slow down here with the pick from Tim and
Spike
Benjo
down.
can kill.
Another one from Benjo, and as you say, Oxford just took the top, and Timmerman finishes it off. Cambridge up 5-0 now, and as you say, once you get into that site, we saw it from the CS team. Once you get into that site, once you get an opening, you need to rush on it. You need to
Yeah,
capitalize
the
on
team
it.
wasn't able to follow up on the raise there.
Exactly.
Some great delay you took from Cambridge.
Exactly. Cambridge did defend well, but Oxford needed to use brute force a little bit there, I think, and get that bomb down quicker and get into good close paths, because then that's when they can really have a chance at holding on.
So Oxford's money isn't looking so good this round. This looks like their final buy round, and then they'll be on to an equal. And then I think they'll start getting a bit worried by the score. That's a great opening from S-Forge. And hopefully Oxford
Really
takes
is.
that first round.
They need more of those opening picks. It's happened a couple of times.
And Cambridge are rotating quickly because they win goal.
Yeah. They need to worry about the trades, but also worry about capitalizing on the goals. Are the ults going to give them that B site?
Oxford
Right,
flipping the
kill
Killjoy and the KO to secure this site except.
The whole
Cambridge
site's
slightly
secured,
playing
and
retake.
they've used an ult on this, so they really need this round now. It'd be really costly if they don't get it.
So let's see how coordinated they can be on the free kick.
Ultra waited too long. And here's Badger. Got the rocket fuse. Gets a kill
Useful
with
plays
it.
from Badger.
And it's a
2 kills
4v2. Gonna take the gun. And it's gonna require a lot. Radar taken down. It looks like Oxford are gonna be getting onto the board now in this
Unless
particular
Dado
game.
could pull out a huge clutch.
Oh, the ding.
Hits the first
That's
headshot.
3 kills. That's how you lead by example. You know, when a team is 5-0 down, and you need to win a round, that's how you get back into it.
Great plays from Badger, holding the retake there. And that was a crucial round for Oxford to win.
It was. Now both teams are back at it at 4 buys. Again, I feel like if Oxford were to lose this would cripple them financially. And they really, they need to stop Cambridge's momentum. They've checked them once, but they need to stay on it now.
Yeah.
It's really good, fast, decisive Valorant from them, and they need to keep that kind of level.
Let's see how they can do now without those ultimates. It looks like they're setting up for another fast play towards A. The early reveal catches one of the Showers players.
The aggression towards
They had
Showers
to
is
pop all of his
changing the
phase,
phase, isn't it?
slowing down the Showers play. Teams are sitting back quite passively.
Yeah, this is a very passive round, isn't it? I mean, think about how Oxford won that last round with the fast-paced aggression, but this time it's a lot more passive. I mean, it remains to see how that plays off. Remains to see how controlled that is, but so far they're not losing any ammo.
Here comes the execute from Oxford, as Rayner's finding a local B, so I think Cambridge know they're setting up for this.
Yeah, Newdom's in a great position here as well.
Let's see
Here, this fight. It's a good trade. We're not going to be able to stop it. Radar with a kill, and Newdon again. It's 4v2. The bomb's not allowed to go
Nice
down
flush
either. I
from
think
the
Radar
player there, but-
planted Badger hiding in a teleport,
30
waiting
seconds
for
left.
the rotates to cut them off.
So Cambridge gave them all the space on short, which Oxford did take, but when it came down to it, they couldn't find the fix.
Yeah, they needed to do more with that there, didn't they? They had short, and I think they sort of paused because they were like, oh, what am I gonna, what should I do with this kind of space? How am I gonna turn this thing around? And I
They
just think
tried to make some nice plays flashing through the smoke, but it's just
Nice
come
from
together that time. Badger managed to take out 2, which is not good.
yeah, took out 2 and kept his weapon. I don't have any complaints about that. Yeah, as I said, I think they needed that round. They've got a couple of players on a 4 buy. We're going to be able to get some stuff in, but they would have been wishing they won that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising Oxford managed to make buy here, but I think it's due to all the plants they managed to get in the early innings. Even though they've been losing, they've had space in them.
I agree, they've been consistently managing to plant the bomb.
A trade out
Not smart from
opportunity on
Badger.
B
Short
short.
play across them, but waited for something else, and he was right to do that.
Cambridge would be looking at the teleport detonator to explode in the fight there. And S-Forge finding another early pick. And it's just Udano on the side.
Yeah, you done
Catch
it.
them.
Get him. Oh, it's great. Revenge again. Catches someone on the side. That's the spy.
Spike down.
And the third out of ammo.
Now.
Enemy remaining.
Nearly a world of play, but Timberman's gonna get the trade. Oh, Rex just wrecked someone. I was waiting for 7 rounds to say that.
Might catch off Radar. Is he ready for this? Look.
Oh, he's caught radar. Really good ammo. Look at the health, Banjo. He's got such an advantage now.
Benio's playing this very passively.
He has to with that HP.
Let's see if Kyo decides to slowly clear the side or teleport out.
I think he might take the teleport. And that's what he's done. Over to the A site through show as he goes. Rotation will be on its way, but it's going to be late.
The plant will be confirmed.
Definitely. It's how much space can Benio get before that time, you know?
Looking for an early swing in the cave.
Oh,
Both
we
ready
both
for each
got the
other.
info. And it's an easy kill. Third. Great clutch. 1v3. That's how you do it. It was a great decision to rotate. Bought in time, bought in space, had the angle, got the info,
Very,
used it.
very, very aware of where they were.
Yeah, really good
was great.
in-game
Yeah.
intelligence. Fantastic.
Catch off the flank. There's great individual plays from both sides there. Udano's been consistently hitting clean headshots every time they hit their site. But that was traded out by Rex beautifully.
Arts now want a chance to build some sort of round.
And it looks like for the first time Cambridge is one of these.
I think even though Oxford win, they've got a lot of bombs, also got a lot of kills.
Yeah.
Cambridge have rarely been having more than 2 or 3 people survive rounds, so that's just really been not helping their economy, I don't think.
Let's see if Timmerman can catch off Badger here. He's thought this was a fake teleport. Let's see if he can find this play. Still has the time to catch this.
Oh,
Great pick from Tim.
great, Tim. He's going to back away.
He smartly teleported back to the A site to see if Oxford overreacted and
Yeah,
pushed this A site.
that's a really good rotate.
So Timmerman's been setting that play up for a few rounds now, sending his fake teleport through over and over again. So Badger completely didn't expect peak there.
S4 trying to get picked on B long.
S4 just managed to find a lot of entries lurking
Yeah.
out B long this chamber. Let's see if we can find another.
Oh, he does it again.
Entry.
He's
Nicely
traded back
traded
though.
out by an aggressive position from Benyu. Benyu's been playing B side really passively, and they've been taking a lot of space. So this
30
round,
seconds
he's
left.
played a lot more aggressively.
But this time he's got punished for him, which is a good play for
Spike
Cambridge.
planted.
That's right.
See, right.
Coming into the
Four
site. That's great. Returning from showers. Trying to get something through the wall, but there's nothing going. Might need to snap back towards short. Full
Also playing very
V2.
passively. They must have some lineups set up for this.
Yeah.
Here comes the Brim Molotov.
Great trade from Brim there. Mid util there, wasn't he? And managed to get it sorted.
They have the ultimate, and let's see if they have Killjoy Molotovs as well. Cambridge need to get on this bomb early.
Yeah, they need to get at least halfway pretty much now.
Halfway secured, so let's see how much time this can delay.
Yeah.
Players
Oh, it's a great kill from Yuda.
Let's see if they expect the showers lurk. I don't think they will.
one enemy remains.
Beautiful
Oh,
kill.
great kill from Bracelet.
And Udano's nowhere to be seen.
From Brimstone. Oh, 4! Absolutely phenomenal again from Brimstone. He's been, I
That's
think he's been Oxford's biggest player so far.
When they've needed it, he's come out with impactful kills.
That's
Time
2
and
rounds
time
in a
again.
row
And
where
a
it's been
perfect
fixes.
entry from S-Forge as well.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
the strength that Oxford been showing really came together on that round.
I agree. I
Uh,
think that the clutch factor in the last 2 rounds has been absolutely massive, absolutely integral from Oxford. They've needed it because they've been, I mean, they lose these last 2 rounds, it's 8-3, and then looking a little bit under the cosh, but it's that mentality, it's that,
Yeah,
those big game players, having those in your arsenal to bring out varsity. That's what it's all about, you know?
the 3 of the last 4 rounds for Oxford, I think they'll be feeling confident when we start playing with a bit more pace and a bit more surgeon. And they're making the same play they made before with the KO towards B to try and take the side quickly. And just be forced out of this corner by the Molotov, but it
Benio, this is good B utility
picked up.
from the T's. Badger, entries, great trade back from Benio, and the second! Trying to get the third smoke, does some damage.
What's a hold?
Doesn't find Brim. Brim is just so good. Radar
Again, we're in
coming
the-
in for a trade. Josh is so low, but still gets its great reflexes. Right now to 1 versus 3. Shanky position well, and the second, but just the trade back in Oxford with their 3rd round in a row, rather.
3rd round in a row and 4th on the board.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Great individual trades coming out from everyone across that site execute.
Yeah. It's absolutely phenomenal stuff so far. This game's been really good because obviously Cambridge just had a bit of a streak and it looked like Oxford were warming up,
Yeah.
if anything, but then absolutely they've just
Interesting
turned
to see
it on.
how Cambridge is actually feeling, if they're getting nervous that Oxford are really going to push this comeback all the way now.
We were talking a lot during the Counter-Strike team about mentality and psychology, and I really do believe that these play significant roles in sort of how these things go. Oh, the trade needs to come in from Benio. Oh, gets it as
First
well.
pick, and he goes for the second.
Down A.
Not
What's
teleporting.
tempted by the second, but I think he's thinking better of it.
And he's well aware of Killjoy's position.
Yeah.
On the other side of the map, Udano finds a great pick in showers.
The CT aggression short really interesting.
S4 just lurked out on B. He's seen the sides clear, so I reckon he's calling his team over. Let's see how
Yeah.
quickly Cambridge can react to this.
It depends how quickly they can rotate and how quickly they can get control of sight, because Cambridge are all bunged up in short, but B's completely fallen, so Oxford in a beautiful position now, you have to say.
Yeah. Cambridge going to grab the guns and go for a fast retake, it looks like. All 3
Yeah.
players taking the teleport.
They're going to have to.
And Oxford are actually quite split up, so let's see if they can take this
It's a really
space
good-
quickly.
Really good play from Cambridge to move in so quickly, you should say.
So he's
Gonna
going to
move
get the
on
yard
to
ball.
Oxford, but it's Benio with the first kill onto S4. And Rec comes out. That's another pick.
From Rex.
2v2 now. The trade is on.
Will they expect this lurk from Killjoy? I don't think they will.
Oh, wow. What a shot by Timmerman. Deagle in the head. 7-4.
That was a great round for
getting
Cambridge.
around back.
I reckon for their mentality, that was a great round for them as well.
I agree. That's really going to be a confidence booster from the Cambridge
For
boys.
the switch.
Huge picks from Benyo, Timmerman, and Udano coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're looking into what's going to be a big round, last round of the half. I mean, would
Yeah.
you say that Bind is at like an attack or defense side of map, or is it quite even?
Bind tends to be a map that swings either way depending on how the teams are playing. I think it can be very T-sided if
Yeah.
the teams are playing very aggressively with a lot of initiating util, but also have quite a passive setup, quite a CT-sided setup. So I reckon for them it will be quite CT-sided. And if Cambridge can take this round, I think they'll be feeling the confidence they had at the start of the second half.
Ray's hunting for that early entry pick on Slay. Not much time left on the fuse. Radar, passive in showers, backs off.
But he's
Position
just turned
here,
around.
he's
That's the
pinched up.
great distraction from Rays to take his attention there in showers for his teammates. to
Yeah.
get through.
And that's a 5v4 bomb plant on out. Benyo in sight, but not able to get many picks in.
And he's looking for an early pick, taking space as his teammates were arriving. Great initiative from a player usually so passive.
Oh,
great pick from
great
Esforge.
kick.
And the Killjoy
Right,
has been
has
defended.
taken down Rays. You done. Cambridge need to get this on the accelerator.
Oxford falling back to their position of lineups.
Oh, shot! Joshu! Timmerman with a trade back onto Esforge. Time's running low.
I think
It's not going to be enough time. The bomb's mollied off. And Oxford 7-5.
That was a
6-1
perfect
down,
round.
7-5 back. Oxford in the second half of that first half have made themselves known. They've made their presence known. They've announced themselves to the audience.
And actually, I think this could be Oxford's game. I think this will be a really good half. It'll be interesting to see how Cambridge come out early on. And
You know,
if they
this is
can,
Oxford or Cambridge's pick.
this is Oxford's pick.
I see.
And I think you can tell they had a lot of preparation there actually. The after plants to the A side, they had a
Yeah.
lot of util coming in.
I was really impressed by that pinch in the last round there when the Rays used their all, just came out onto
Yeah,
site. The guy
unfortunately,
Showers was turned around and the timing was that was impeccable.
yeah. Radar seemed aware that they were coming in from showers and he was holding it, but just at the right moment, the result came in, took his attention for a second.
Mm.
Sadly, none of his teammates were helping him from short there.
Mm.
It looks like
now,
Cambridge
the
is going
second
for a
half.
fast play down below.
Yeah, this is very
They played out
aggressive
long.
for Cambridge.
Oxford have a lot of Molotov util set up, a lot of delay. Let's see if Cambridge can get past this. And they're through and they found the opening pick.
Aggressive, but there's two back from
Here come the
Oxford.
trades.
Oh, Georgia Court reloading on site. Trade back 3v3. Bomb still not planted. Benyo going to get that sorted now. Good info from Cambridge, has to be said.
Oh, and a bit of a whiff from Westwood and a nice trade from Brett.
Josh, you're getting the kills. There's one so low as well, but it's the same. Same you said for each side. Great flick back. And now Omen's in a
Let's see what
great
Radar
1v2 situation. Gets the first. Fails. And Oxford going to be getting that bomb defused. 7-6.
And again, I think that was a round that was well played by both teams. Oxford had a lot of delay util, but Cambridge had gone out before it. And it just came down to the trades on site again.
Yeah, and that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. When you're in a massive open gunfight with two good teams, anything can happen there. Anyone can kill anyone. And the fact that, as you said, the early round aggression was so good to complement that utility, but it just didn't happen. As for the Josh, who's having a brilliant game, 16-9. And he's just been, he's had like 2 or 3, 4 Ks as well. He's been really,
Yeah, in the late
Really?
rounds, Josh really comes to huge.
yeah. 7-6, quite evenly poised, but
It's like,
Oxford with the
see
economic.
if Esforge can find an early pick here. The fade reveal doesn't catch him, so Cambridge might not know he's pushed up behind the smoke. Cambridge look like they're waiting for some aggression from Oxford.
Yeah, Cambridge want to play trade, probably sit back and wait for something to happen.
Great early pick from Benjamin.
Great early pick. Oh, the flashback. Oh, great teleport away.
Great damage from Cambridge, but smart teleport from Esforge to get us.
Absolutely.
Let's see if they can find the site.
Oh, Joshua with another. He's really there whenever they need him. The trade back and the trade again.
Trades back and
3v3.
forth.
CTs have got the bomb, and one of them's really low on each side.
Let's see if
3v2
Benjamin
now.
can find another headshot.
Benyu posted up. He needs something. The CT is going to be rotating in. He's hoping to catch someone doing that.
Udano does have a Spectre and quite a bit of health here. Let's see if we can find this forge. Just carefully clearing out lamps. Killjoy's alarm botted it though, so they know it's safe to go.
Yeah, this is really good. There's still enough time. They're already in the site. I think Kerr Smith could be in for an issue here. Oh,
Catches
the
the alarm
alarm
bot.
taken away.
Standing.
Beautiful pick. Great pick. And another.
Great 4K to recover that round because actually it looked like Cambridge had a chance there.
I agree. And that is Killjoy, you know, obviously the one you need to be. I don't think he's having the best game, really, but that's a massive 4K. That's massive for their confidence. And that's massive for Oxford's economy. They're still lost a couple of
But I
players
think
there.
Cambridge was feeling very confident about that round as well. That was a nice early play to try and catch off the Chambers. Unfortunately, he managed to teleport out there. I think, again, a round that both teams played really well.
Yeah.
Either way at points.
It's very high level Valorant, isn't it? I mean, how does it
I'm
compare to
really
last year's?
Oh, it's a lot closer and actually a lot more organised.
Yeah.
A lot more interesting to watch.
It's a really good tactical battle in DS. Here's that. Backs away.
Cambridge
Aggressive
taking
from
control of
Showers
the
coming in. And the opening
Nice
up
first pick.
right.
Just brute
Showers
forcing
control
the
the smoke to dissuade them. Successful at the moment. The bomb is there. Bit of a moment of passiveness now. Fright just trying to peek for a pick. It depends on timing as to how successful he's going to be. Covers his angle well.
He's walking into a site with 3 Oxford players who seem very ready in passive positions for his lurkout.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how this goes. Cambridge look like they're ready to explode offshore. Perhaps off
Right,
res.
it's A exec's going to be coming in sooner rather than later, but there's still enough options to teleport, I think. So interesting to see what the decision making is, what the mid round calling is. You don't know with another kill. Josh tries back radar,
See if he can grab
planting
that.
over on the A side.
Planted.
Josh wants that weapon, but is wary of getting traded out. Backs away.
Radar aware of this lurk. Let's see if Chris can find it.
Oh, Raze with the close range
Unfortunate pick
shotgun.
on Radar. Great pick
Josh
on Radar.
traded out, and there's info. Killjoy needs another big round, and that's Killjoy with 1. There's 2 in the same position. Oh, the jump, awful timing, and Raze is 1v2 with both opponents, but can't get it. Double peak, it's 8-7. Cambridge take back the lead.
Should have been a lot cleaner for Cambridge. There were some scary moments where everyone kept jumping around, but I think they'll be relieved that they've recovered that.
Yeah, they'll be very relieved that that's sort of gone back to normal now. Very tight game, isn't it? Very tight. I think it'll be interesting to see sort of testing the depth of the strategy, you know, like
Yeah.
like what.
Interesting to note that Oxford have Brimstone and the Killjoy, so they
Yeah.
might play a very passive round. If Cambridge choose to hit their site, look out for a retake setup. More early showers control for the fade there, which seems to be how Cambridge are playing their rounds.
You want to play? Let's
The
play.
showers have been a real sort of indicator, I think, of what how they're going
Yeah,
to play.
smartly Cambridge have fallen off. They've taken the space, Brim smoked it, and they've just fallen off. And Oxford are still wary. So it looks like they could hit a B site here, which
Well,
Oxford
you
aren't
don't
ready for.
rotate does indicate that will be the case.
Oxford will be happy with that, looking like they're playing a
Absolutely.
Killjoy setup.
As you
Retake
say,
that
the
would be-
passiveness is quite clear to see. It's just getting Brimstone ready on that B site is going to be something that's quite important. Or we're going to be picked up.
Face your
And
fear.
incoming B exec, out they come.
Do they know that Raze is in hookah? Or are they ready for this? Big chance for Raze to deny this exec.
You know, Raze is waiting for someone from mid, but if no one comes, then it's open season.
Great
Plants
catch from the
from
fade, actually. They might know
30
Raze
seconds left.
is in here. And they're ready for it.
They're covering the angle just in case. Even a
So
bit
here
of free fire. 5v5 plan, playing very passively. Oh, there's Badger though, Fright.
Bit careless from
Pull
Fright.
back.
And here comes the Killjoy.
Yeah. Buying lots of time. Dono falls. And they're all going to come in from long. First pick from Benyo, the nade's going to come in. Gets the huge range.
Benyo.
Great
Can
kill.
he hit the wallbang?
Oh,
Lucky.
it's close. But Oxford in the end get the defuse.
Yeah, and Oxford will be happy that that played out exactly how they wanted.
Yeah.
They gave Cambridge the site. Cambridge took the site, but I think didn't act on the space they were given. They should have realised that they were playing a retake and maybe tried to fight through to CT or fallen off a lot earlier. Unfortunate that Fright gave the pick up in Hookah because that would have been a great position for them to hold in the after plant.
Right, so 8-8, evenly tied, evenly poised.
Yeah, evenly tied. but
Where
Oxford
do you see this game going
Oxford
from
have
here?
all the momentum, and it looks like
I mean, it was 6-1 and now it's 8-8, so
yeah,
it's really been quite one-sided for most of the game. It's just that Cambridge built up some good early players. And those early rounds could prove instrumental to really
exactly.
take this
If
game.
Cambridge can keep their mentality, then those early rounds should give them the buffer they need to make this to convert this game.
But they're going to need those rounds from somewhere. And right now, it looks like Oxford provided the two teams that
Portal
could
closed.
make this.
Both teams have proved to be dangerous with these sheriffs, though. So I wouldn't count out Cambridge in this round.
They'll love a headshot with them, don't they? Minute on the clock and still no overcommitment from either
Look
side.
how set up Oxford are for an A exec. This looks
They're ready
brutal.
for A, aren't they? They're preparing for A. You didn't got to put it up on the parapets waiting.
Both sentinels fully set up on the site. So I reckon Cambridge will get melted here. Let's see how it goes.
It looks like they're going to go towards A. Step into the mixer. Pausing now, but there's no time to do anything else.
Here come all the delay util from Oxford. But Radar's lurked out. And he
Oh, great kill. Radar caught lacking, in the wrong position.
trade
now.
kill from Tim.
Spike down.
Oh, great kill from
One
Brim.
enemy.
And the second. Cambridge as Forge as well, taking down Timmerman.
That
And
was a
it's
cool
Oxford with a
run.
really good
And
anti-eco
Josh.
setup there. That's going to do wonders for their economy, having 4 left alive. No bomb plant either.
Yeah. Here comes a buy from Cambridge. It looks like they're lacking money a little bit, so this will be a really important round for them to convert. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to play it. They haven't had much success recently on A, and it looks like they might set up for a fast B take.
I don't think that would be a bad idea either. We know how B's been a bit of a difficult. Oh,
and beautiful entry
great shot from Fright.
Incredible entry. Let's see if they can take the space
Badger.
quickly.
Damage backs away.
Cambridge taking the site
Into
quickly.
the site they come. Very convincing how quickly they've managed to do that.
Yeah, they know Razor's in Hookah. Let's see if Radar can find him this time.
Yeah. Radar really needs this pick. 4v4 and they get
Beautiful
it.
pick from Radar.
Take some damage in the process. Oh, and 2 takes
Spike
down.
planted.
4v2 now for Cambridge. This game is so close. This would be a monumental retake from Oxford. They're able to take
Let's see
it.
if anyone can. Josh can.
Oh, Josh, the great kill. Opens things up. Checking behind, but there's no one there. They need pushed through for time. Grim.
Yeah, Killjoy stuck behind this Omen smoke, but she needs to be a little bit faster if she can help out.
Yeah. Follows in a really good position. Timmerman's going to be the one to take it
Looks
out.
like Cambridge will convert this.
That's going to be a save now, you think, for Killjoy. Not allowed. Benyo through the wall, actually. Taking out Killjoy is a 9-9.
Yeah, that was a beautiful round from Cambridge, learning greatly from what went wrong last time.
I agree.
They took the space in CT, they were really careful of the raise in Hookah, and Radar found that pick, and then they were able to convert the round.
Yeah, I think we're getting real to that crunch time now. And
Yeah,
He could
perfect
definitely-
entry from Fright. Let's see if he can continue that form. Because on
Yeah.
the arena, once you start getting warmed up, you can start finding kills everywhere.
yeah, they need to move with pace and conviction at this stage in the game. You know, they want to. If either team wants to really take control, because at this stage every round matters. You need to be playing your A game now.
Let's see if
Get us that
S4
late
can
game
make
now.
this ult work. Will Fright be ready for this, or will he walk into this? Fright's being careful.
Oh, the timing
Unlucky from S-Forge. And
really
actually,
was.
great of Fright.
It's
to
good.
keep
It's
that.
good to be cautious, I think, but equally held on for one more second and it would have been an easy frag. Just all we can say that is unlucky.
Cambridge playing very passive, just waiting to see how Oxford reacts. And Oxford seems to be rotating a lot through spawn. They're sending the Brim towards the B site, but he's back again. I think Oxford have no clue what Cambridge is doing.
Who's next?
No. It'd be interesting to see what Cambridge are doing.
In comes Timmerman into the window, getting the info. Look at all
It
this.
looks like a fake.
It does.
Timmer's finding all the space on B. Let's see if he can find a pick.
Needs a pick. Needs to cause problems.
30
He's
seconds
teleported
left.
back to A, and Oxford are completely rotating off the site. Let's see if Killjoy can hold this.
This is really exciting
Cambridge
now because
pushing on the side.
Pike's in such a good position on B as well. Killjoy struggling. Oh, great find from S4. That could be decisive. No time. The bomb's still not being planted. Oxford in a really good
10
position.
seconds
here.
on this
That's what I
plant.
said.
They need to find
10
the plant.
seconds.
Can Killjoy deny this?
Killjoy's allowing the plan.
I think that was smart. It would have been dangerous to try and fight that.
Playing retake, aren't they?
And again, it's a 3v3 after front.
S4
Radar. Dangerous.
Out by Omen.
Beautiful aggressive play.
Trade from Killjoy though. Knows where radar
He's
is.
done it with the flank on raise. Let's see if he can find this.
You
He
gotta
takes
get
this out
like
and the
this.
ground goes Cambridge away.
And it's found. Killjoy in a 1v2. Knows where both are. Knows that one should be very low. Needs to get this diffused though. Tap.
Great
No
flash
key.
on radar. And here comes the double key.
Close but not cigar. Great attacking play from Cambridge. I thought they used their abilities really well. The timing was excellent. The trading was really good.
Yeah.
And it's really shown. 10-9.
Again, well played from both teams. Cambridge found a really nice timing on that A hit, but Oxford were actually ready for it and had fast rotates.
Yeah.
It came down to some great aggressive plays from radar and the smoke.
It's
Dutch
really,
find-
two really evenly matched teams, isn't it? It's every single round's going right to the wire.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, to be honest.
Getting plants in almost every round, and they're always 3v3, 2v2.
Yeah, exactly.
Exciting retakes.
Out of charges.
An early aggressive play down being mid from Oxford. Let's see if they can catch Cambridge off. Cambridge seem ready for it.
Good trade from Badger.
Trades go 1-for-1.
But caught back out by Benyo. That's really good attacking play from Cambridge to get back across.
Great response to that aggression on B mid.
I agree.
And that hasn't quite worked out for Oxford. But they've come back from a lot of rounds in 3v4, so let's see if they can do it again. And they seem ready for this A hit. Let's see if the KO stays on site and if they can figure this out. The smoke's come down, so they should know. And this is a really dangerous position to play with a gun.
It really is, especially with that shotgun as well. At close range. Beautiful headshot
Right,
from Range
he's
from
moving
Fry
up.
and Benyo, and that should be all she wrote. I don't really see a way for Killjoy to get this round back. We should be looking at 11-9 Cambridge after
Yeah.
this.
And actually, I reckon Cambridge are playing with a lot of confidence and a lot of organisation.
They are.
Seem to have found their
One
form.
thing that I find really impressive is they're not allowing that confidence to spill into sort of arrogance and
Yeah,
complacency.
really.
To an extent, I
up
think
there.
the Cambridge CS team did that in the first game, and that's not a slight because they won. You know, they're
They
playing
won a
well.
lot quicker.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but I think that they were feeling it. They were loud. They were confident, and this Valorant team are very controlled. And I think it's easy to be arrogant. It's easy to be confident when you're destroying another team.
Yeah. But
When you're
Cambridge
staying
need to be playing this
exactly,
control to
but
have a
when you're
chance in the
playing
finals.
and it's 11-9,
Yeah.
you have to be playing marginally. You have to be playing conservative. You have to be in control 100%.
And Oxford going for another aggressive play this round towards showers. Let's see how long they commit to this run. If they can find anything on it.
Oh, S4 took a great pick. And the teleport back as well. That's really useful for Oxford. They really need this round, I think.
And in response, Cambridge are taking a lot of fast space too long. Let's see if they act on it or it's just a quick pressure on. Here comes Fatal. Brim has counter-ulted to force them back long. And Cambridge starting to execute the side. There's a lot
Good
of kill.
execute from Cambridge.
Let's see if they can get the plant down and not get caught by the killjoy more.
They need to get the bomb down. S4 with so many
Beautiful picks from
kills.
S4.
It's 4 for
Can
S4.
you get the ace? Denied by Tim. Great round from S4.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Let's see what Tim can do in the 1v3.
Tim's got it all to do. Knows there's one in the teleport. Backs up, Brimstone catches him in position 11-10 and Oxford
And that all came
really
down-
denying that map
Yeah,
point.
beautiful play from S410, finding the first pick showers. And actually, Cambridge lost all their A space there, were forced into a fast B push, which Oxford were perfectly ready for.
Coming in clutch, I think,
Yeah.
would be the phrase. I mean, where you need those kind of 4Ks when your team
Yeah.
is
And
coming
great
to a point
plays
of
from
losing
both
round.
S-Forge and Josh that round. The Brim ult was
Yeah.
perfect to slow that down enough for the rotates to come in. And S-Forge and Josh are really carrying this Oxford side with great individual plays and really smart plays.
Yeah.
The Cambridge team seems a lot more even. With
They've
everyone
been
pulling
a
the
lot
weight
of
a little bit.
those two have had the big rounds, haven't they? You know,
Yeah.
they've been the ones who stepped up when the team needed them. S4 backing away. It's a good info play for Cambridge though. Send another one in.
Potentially a bit wasteful there. Both the wolves gone, but
Yeah.
and the tether's gone, but they know S-Forge is definitely still here.
From an Oxford perspective, they're going to be very happy that
Yeah.
the amount that quantity to be used in showers, and they've got to pick their troubles as well.
Great
Wow.
entry. And teleport to a more passive position, and Oxford are got a
Oxford with
great
that
aim.
man advantage again as well, isn't it?
Cambridge need to try and find a pick. Which they're looking for in Hookah.
Window control established by the T's. Just clearing out those last couple of angles, and there's no one going to be there to meet them.
Yeah.
Raise, good nade into window, forces them back. Buys a little bit of time for some movement. As the clock runs down for Cambridge.
Okay, just jump peeking. Looks like he's ready to find any short move. And I think it's the right move for Cambridge to hit this B site here.
30
Oxford have
seconds left.
3 on the A site, including Chamber with the ult, which looks like a very hard site to hit. So if Cambridge can catch one of these players on B off quite early, they have a strong chance. See if they can find Raze, who's quite isolated from the Killjoy here. She does have her ult though, and she has popped in.
Hugo comes out. Great use of the ult from Raze. Getting radar.
Yeah, 10
There's just no time now, is there really? The plant. Oh, they're going to get the plant in time. Are they? Oh, Benyo's got the planting. It's just into 1v3. There's not enough time in the world. Oxford 11-11. Just when Cambridge thought they might be able to nick that at the end, able to come up with the big kill. They saved it right till the end. 11-11. This game is going right down to the wire.
Yeah, and another great entry from S-Forge there. I think Cambridge need to really be wary of this player and try and smartly play around him a little bit.
Yeah.
They figured out he was holding showers with the ult, but still just dry peeked him. So maybe they need to control that a little bit. They want to convert the final rounds.
Or he's back in play as well. Whereas I think the T's are looking a little bit more worse off financially than the City teams are. And that could be crucial going into
This is important, right? Cambridge. Let's see what Benjo can do with the ultimate here. Looks like he's going to try and find a
You
pick.
want to play? Let's play.
This is great. Yeah, S-Forge peeks into position.
Yeah.
Benyo. From Benyo.
Great use. And it's the opening pit for Cambridge, and it's been a few rounds since I've been able to say that. Badger looking for a
see if
really
Badger
bit of
gets stuck here.
response.
He is stuck in the corner. Can they act with it?
Oh, it's a good cross as well.
They're
Needs to do
chasing
that.
him down.
Backs away, just about dives
Beautiful
through the wall.
fix.
What a shot from Fright. And that's going to open up a bit of space on B.
Yeah.
There's 3 players in window now in a 5v3.
Killjoy again in this passive setup, setting
Yeah.
up a retake, but with a 3v5, I don't know if she can afford to.
I agree, the 3v5 on B. But the lurker taken out, bomb going to go down or not. Pushed away again. It's great use from great play from Oxford to buy the
Looks
time.
like Cambridge.
Great kill from Radar.
Yeah,
That could be
crucial
really
kill,
crucial.
kill. And now they do have space on the B side. Looks like they will plant.
Oh, what a kill,
What
Benyo.
a pick.
That's a real switch. It's brilliant flick. It's brilliant aim, and that could prove Brim. I don't think Brim has it in him with the Phantom.
If anyone does, it would
It's
be
true.
Josh.
This would be
But
incredible.
Cambridge are playing
Radar.
very organised.
2 of them are so low HP, but they need these kills, and they need them fast. Radar's going to get it, and it is map point to Cambridge.
Cambridge played that perfectly. It was a great read of Benyu to hold for that chamber peak initially, and the decision to chase down that raise and understand that they could fight that safely. Cambridge is great. And when they're in the 3v5, 5v3, they played it great. Cleanly took the side.
All comes down to this. Do you have an overtime? Do you reckon it'll be overtime? Do you want to have an early prediction?
I mean, I hope it goes to overtime from a viewer's perspective.
Yeah.
As a Cambridge fan, I really hope they wrap this up.
Oxford now fighting to.
And it looks like they're going to try and find that pick and lamps again, but Ray's got a judge, which is really
in a
dangerous
good position as well for that
in this
shotgun.
position.
Oh, the first pick doesn't come off. They're blinded.
Now the move.
Nade's going to come in and slow them down, but the info's still there.
And Cambridge will respect this and fall back.
And that's smart as well. At this stage of the game, there's no reason. As they congregate towards A short, they're looking towards the A site, I think.
And again, Oxford are playing a very passive setup on the A site, looking like they're going to give them plant, pop the Molotovs that Killjoy's placed down, and then fight.
Who's next?
Can Cambridge figure this out and take the right space?
And that's one. Oh, and that's two.
Ray Yoru ult to find the positions of everyone on site.
That's
Hopefully
really
Cambridge
good.
can act off this.
In
Bright
that
versus
position.
KO.
Bright's got a good position now as they come in. Dono's planting on site. Oh, it's a good peek for Killjoy.
Great trade.
Stone. Flash for flash. Fright's going to get taken down now. 4v3. Oxford in a good position for the reset of the bomb. Still not going down. The bomb planter's down. It's just Benyo in a 1v4.
20 seconds
To try and win this back. There's very little time. There's very little chance. The Killjoy slowing him down. He's just about been detained as well. And that's the nice. Really, really, really. I like it. I like it. It's psychological warfare going into overtime. As that's where we're heading now. 12-12.
Yeah.
It's just the best of
Typical
these two
players of
rounds.
Benyo to be
Yeah, that's the format.
alive last and getting right.
Is that the format of overtime now?
So they'll play one round on attack and they'll switch over and play one round on defense, and you have to win both in a row.
Okay. Brilliant. Is what I thought. We're just always smart to check. The timeout is going to come in before overtime. If you're Joshua, if you're the IGL for Oxford, what are you saying? What are you doing to get your team ready for overtime?
It'd be interesting to see if he has any strats that he's saving, but otherwise I reckon he's just going over what worked in the T side and reminding everyone they've been in a TP background.
Yeah.
How Cambridge are playing.
Let's go Cambridge! Let's go Cambridge!
Here we go. Bit of singing.
Let's go Cambridge!
Trying to psych out the Oxford players, I think.
Yeah,
but,
that was a
I mean, I think it'd be quite difficult because the players for Oxford and Cambridge have been so impressive in how they've been control, in how they've been in control of themselves and control of their teammates. It's been really, really good to watch, to be honest.
Yeah. Oxford's had a lot of success with that.
I have.
Passive big one. They're on the attack now, so
Here they go.
Cambridge fighting really aggressively over towers, it looks like.
There's no snipers been taken out.
No sniper from both teams.
No, exactly. I think for Oxford, if they want to win these games, they need more players to be stepping up. I mean, Esforge and Josh, you can only do so much. They need to
At some point, though, they might get killed early. They can't depend on this.
Exactly.
It's like both teams are fighting over showers. Although Cambridge have managed to dodge.
Double up and showers from the CT. The trade needs to come in, and it does. Second trade back goes.
this way.
And Oxford in the 4v3 man advantage. Oh, Rays rushes in like a nutter though. Benyo gets it back 3-on-3. Information though has been attained. And Oxford are going to reconsider their approach.
Yeah, both teams trading out nicely at the start.
Yeah.
Perhaps Rays was a bit aggressive there, thinking that the site would be clear. Didn't expect a 4-man hold from Cambridge.
Lots of info coming in
Smart
there.
plays from Rex. He's figured out where both players are now.
It's good lurking as well, isn't it? In they come now. Udonna in a good position. Oh, it's the timing's unfortunate. Oxford in the 3 versus 2 now. Benyo big on the retake. He's going to need to be.
Benyo's had a lot of huge moments this game. Let's see if he can do it again.
Bullets just aren't coming, are they? Oh, Fright. Big kill,
Look,
2 versus
The
2.
Killjoy, who are always in the soft spot. Can they find the Killjoy mollies before
They
they...
need to defuse, but the use of the utility's been excellent. It's slowing them down. It's forcing their hand. It's happening. They're so scared to defuse. There's so much utility. There's not enough time.
Yeah.
There's just not enough time. Oxford have been saved their util for the late round so effectively, and I just can't see a world. Killjoy takes out the diffuser and the second. It's now map point to Oxford in overtime. What a turnaround.
Wow.
Player standing.
Brilliant round from Killjoy. The late util stopping the defuse of the spike. absolutely coming in clutches.
That was exactly
that
what
point
was
there.
winning them rounds in the first half when they started
Yeah.
making their comeback. Taking that A site and having a really good after plant.
The first half decided the game because the second half was even. But if Cambridge didn't build those early rounds, if Oxford didn't have those ones late on, then we wouldn't
Yeah.
be in this position. The game
Let's
would have ended a long time.
Let's see if
It's
they can find some of that form again that they had.
exactly. It's been so tight, so back and forth, and Oxford just need to hold strong now on the defense, and they will be winning this map.
S Forge with the early pick. He's
Oh, he's caught high.
great.
Takes some damage but stays alive.
Is low.
Done well to stay alive in my view.
Cambridge were ready for him that round. They caught him.
They were. And now they come in through showers, 3 of them taking that control. It's always been a frequenter of the map, hasn't it, for Cambridge? Brim lining up.
KO jumping.
Launching smoke.
They're backing out of showers now.
Cambridge are getting them to burn a lot of their utility on A,
They are.
and they're not taking any space on B either. So
I mean, I think that's the difference between the two T sides. Is Cambridge were burning their util there. Oxford saved it for after the post plant,
Yeah.
and that was really decisive in the wing around. So some of
Oxford's post plant util, Oxford's util mostly set up on B this round, so they're having to fight a bit more aggressively, which you can see.
when they're in showers now, and they need to do something. Cambridge is getting to that
Cambridge
stage.
rotating to B. This would be the perfect time for an execute. Cambridge have the timing. Let's see if they can convert this.
They're just going straight onto
Will they
A.
clear Josh?
Right, not going to clear the angle. The kill's not going to come in.
Let's see if Frag can
4v3 now.
find this frag again.
Joshu is in a
Just
big
thinking
position,
about
can't
picking.
really peek out. He's gonna, doesn't take the spike. 2v4 for Oxford, and Killjoy has another chance to go big in overtime.
Yeah,
Coming
really
out from spawn, catches the first,
Beautiful
info
catch.
given away. 2v3, and it's a second! Killjoy, it's so huge.
Out of
Coming through
charges.
the site now. Abilities
I think
coming
they're
in.
piecing this together. They know that there's stack tools short on lamps.
They know where they're going.
They do have
Lamps,
a flash.
they're gonna get a tap on.
They miss it.
Oxford with a massive retake, and they're gonna take the first map 14-12.
What an incredible game.
What an incredible map. What an incredible take from Oxford. Wow, wow, wow. That was a scintillating game of Valorant.
That was incredible.
And talk me through it. GG to both teams. I can't wait to get back into the action. I mean, talk me through it. What were some of the talking points, some of the highlights? Like, what was that? That was incredible.
Yeah, both teams seemed really aware of how the other teams were playing, but Oxford played into their setup perfectly with the Cambridge giving them the A plant maybe a bit too
Yeah.
often, and then them being able to delay with all their post plant utility,
Yeah.
so they couldn't defuse. And on their CT side, they played retake really smartly. They knew exactly when to give them the site and exactly when to fight with the retake util. And Cambridge just couldn't adapt well enough, I think. When they were given a site, they were getting plant. They weren't sure what to do with it.
Yeah.
And Oxford were just winning. the plant.
Oxford's awareness just seemed to be on a whole other level. They seemed to be one step ahead. They seemed to be knowing what was going on, and it was great from them. But I also said at the start of overtime, if Oxford want to clutch this now, they need some of the other players to step
Yeah,
up.
we are moving. on
And
to-
Killjoy there in overtime won them the game.
Yeah.
Those clutches in the end, those kills on the retake there, right at on that last round, absolutely integral to Oxford victory. And
Cambridge also
That's
had a
incredible.
lot of great aggression and a lot of coordinated plays and a lot of good reads, but I think they seemed like they lost their confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
In the last round, they overpeaked a bit too much on that kill drone, lost
Yeah.
a bit of the measure that they had that was winning them moments, winning them clutch moments beforehand.
Well, I mean, I need to speak no further. We can't wait to get back into the action. Neither can you. We'll be having a very short break now, and then we'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. See you in a minute. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're here for map 2 of the Valorant series. I mean, are you as excited as I am? And you've seen the first map go down, and it was so back and forth.
First map
Cambridge
was-
obviously started off as they did. Oxford came back, but bit a bit second half, and then Oxford clutched overtime. What were your thoughts on the game in general?
Yeah, both teams played really well, and it came down to crucial moments at every point. When Oxford were winning, it seemed like they had a bit more control than Cambridge, and the things that they were doing a little bit better than Cambridge came in clutch in the overtime rounds. They took both quite cleanly. A lot of that game came down to setups Oxford had though, and Bayern was their pick. So it'll be interesting to see if they have those same setups on Breeze,
Yeah,
and if not, how will they play it?
it is Breeze that we're going to now. And as you say, it's an interesting map because you're sort of asking like how are you able to sort of teleport going from your pick, being close on your pick, to going on to Cambridge's pick and dominating there. That's a whole different kettle of fish, both mentally, physically, technically, all of that. So that's really exciting to see. I mean, some of the players that we've been able to see, I think the Killjoy Charlie was really, really good in those overtime moments. S-Forge for Oxford, S-Forge and Joshua as well. In general, absolutely excellent.
It looks like the players are getting ready to start now, so just heading into this.
We should be able to move over to the game very shortly, hopefully, which will be good. But yeah, we're just joining into the server. Breeze, any thoughts on Breeze in general as a map? What it might be like? What's it like as a viewer?
Yeah, Breeze is a map where teams tend to do a lot of heavy execs over certain sites. For example, the site. So I think there'll be less rotating through mids, less slow mid runs.
Yeah,
and you might see a lot of fast players coming up.
I'm
It's
looking
also
forward to that.
aim heavy, so a lot more just swinging and fighting.
That's going to be entertaining to watch. We're going to be getting into the action very shortly now, bringing us over to Breeze. Heavy gunfights have been promised. Let's hope that the players are able to deliver on Ender's promise there.
And let's see if the Rainer pick with Fright delivers this time. I think Fright had a lot of moments where he showed he was hitting some clean shots, and if he can get that rolling, crucial for him. But he needs to be doing it a lot more consistently.
I agree. I thought Ryan was
taking
very inconsistent for Cambridge last time around. He needs that sort of consistency.
Yeah.
Interesting that we see a Jet from Team Mim. I think a Jet, we were talking about an open gunfight map. That's very good for a Jet, no?
Yeah, this is a great map for Jet, and it'll be great to see how Timo can take space on site and how his team can follow that up.
Yeah.
If he's able to find entries, then I think Cambridge have a good chance at this.
Here we go. Just getting started with the place around now. Map 2, Oxford 1-0 up. But this time it's Cambridge's pick here. On Breeze in the Valorant. And out they go.
Cambridge are hitting the site.
Heavy B coming in. Joshu, one of the MVPs of last map, takes out the bomb, traded back.
Cambridge will be happy with that trade. Here comes a fast flank from Rekt.
Oh, it's so
Takes
quick,
down
it's
the
so
bomb.
unpredictable.
Great trade from Benyu.
And Fright going to try and get that replant down with Rekt. Oh, open again.
Fix the
So
plant.
much damage, but not enough to get the
Benyu
kill.
defends again.
Oh, whiffs the second time round.
Player standing.
Kills coming back though from the tees, and Cambridge win it. I thought that flank should be winning in the pitch
Yeah,
round.
so
That's so chaotic how they've lost that.
that was a lot more chaotic than the round from the previous game.
I
where
agree.
Everything played out to how you'd
Yeah,
expect methodically. But
One thing that I would say about last game is it was quite predictable, wasn't it? You could see where every round
yeah,
was
and you
going.
can see what players were thinking. But
Yeah,
this is what Breeze is about. Players just finding aim fights, and Benyu coming in huge with
Yeah.
3 kills there. Bright, amazingly sticking the plant in front of 2 players in flank. You just didn't expect it. Oxford will be unhappy with that. But
yeah. I don't think they'll be happy with losing that first round. They really should have won that. The flank was there. The trade had been taken on site. I think a couple of those shots from Rekt towards the
and
second.
the Viper slips past the Wolf. Let's see if he's
Look at this.
and he does.
Joshu. It's a brilliant opening pick for the eco-wing CTs, and back he goes, and rightly so. Opening pick, man advantage. Oh, Badger
Badger
again.
finds a classic pick on elbow, and Oxford are swarming the bomb. Let's see if Benyu can take some.
Oxford can't sustain too much damage here. They've got a double man advantage. There's no reason to give it up. Dollar could go big here. That's number 1. Running
Yeah.
away, avoids the trade.
Both teams playing very scared. Udano falling back immediately, and Oxford as well.
Oh, Tim Bim, that's a good pick. Leveled up now.
And he's seen the neon cross as well, so they have a bit of info here, Cambridge. Let's see which side they decide to hit.
Slowing down now. They're going to move to mid, take a bit of control. They need to get a couple of picks, I think, the team,
Yeah.
because 3v3 in this stage of the round, it's so nervy, it's so open, it's so unpredictable. You don't know which way it's going to go.
I think they know they have the better guns overall, so they're looking for some long-range engagements. And maybe some overpeak from Oxford,
30 seconds
who
left.
you can see have no clue where Cambridge are. They're as split as they can be, which isn't how I think it's best to play this round, but let's see what they can do with it. Neil would have heard them taking the AWP and will be ready for this, but what can she do?
Oh, it's a good dink, to be fair. Not sure actually got much damage off in the end. But the spike going to be going down with 10 seconds.
Aggressive play with Badger.
Spike planted.
I don't think Badger was could have been aggressive as possible there, but paid off with a good kill trade, and it's just a pistol now. 3 kills on an eco is still very good, I think.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And if they get a gun, very nonchalant, be in a good position here.
I think Cambridge would be very happy with this.
Oh, shot!
Great.
Timimium very quick. And Cambridge take it 2-0.
It's exciting to see Tim warming up with the scout there because if he can get rolling, then he can be very dominant.
I mean, I don't know if you've watched much of the CS, but if you get 4 LOMs, kind of, quick reaction risk for Cambridge, and Timimium can channel that energy, hopefully, that would be really useful.
I think Cambridge will actually be quite relieved they managed to convert that because it looked at points like they could just completely crumble.
Yeah.
And the first 2 picks were lost with the classic. So Oxford have a heavy gun advantage in this round, so let's see if they can convert this. S-Forge.
Poor lack.
Careless, perhaps.
Very careless, I think. Very
Traded from
sloppy.
Leon, but it's down to 1 HP as well.
It's a good trade, but the dink is going to be really costly, I think, if I'm wrecked in the end.
And it looks like Cambridge can hit a really empty B site.
Yeah,
And Josh would have to.
they should
drop a
be
huge hit.
able to get the plant really quite painlessly.
And
Yeah.
that all comes down to the damage taken on the mid fight there. Looks like he knows, but what can you do about this? Comes the space from Tim.
Oh, it's a good angle. One for Joshi, checking the flank, but isn't able to get any more Benyo. Good trade now, and Benyo's going to get the plant wrecked. Builds up that firewall.
Spike planted.
What can be done? Buying position, buying space, but needs to buy some frags.
Great dart revealing all 3 of the positions. In the
Right,
back
so I should say. What they're able to do with it. The kills are coming in from across the team, and that's your lot. Badger and very nonchalant finish the job for them.
Yeah, I think Oxford will be very happy that they converted that round because I started precariously as well. It was great play from Cambridge to take that, take B there on an empty B site. It's a shame they couldn't hold it, but well played by both teams.
Absolutely so. It's a big fall by now, though, so it's going to be good to see. Now that the guns are coming in, I think if Oxford are able to break the Cambridge economy a little bit, that could buy them a couple more rounds, absolutely.
Yeah, Oxford's by not looking so good actually. You'll see Josh on Deagle
Yeah.
and S4 using his chamber bullets.
But I think both teams, especially looking at Donovan, trying to keep a little bit of economy alive
Yeah.
going forward, and
Although Tim just brought the AWP out, so
that is true.
he wasn't listening to your advice. A very passive A setup here. S4 just looking to catch someone, they're not looking at them, and then tell them.
Oh, great pick.
Gosh,
Very
what a
nice
shot. Yeah. There goes the AWP. They still have this A space though, so if they can get the plant down.
Going to get that plant. Oh no! It's a great spray from Rect. Bomb plant is cancelled. Left in the middle of side. Benyo with a great pick. Trade back on radar. Position given away. Low HP. This should be a matter of time before Oxford get this back. There's no way for Benyo back into this round. Oxford should have 3 or 4 staying alive going into next round. That's going to be pivotal financially.
Yeah,
speaking.
and if they can catch Benyu, they also have an AWP, which would be huge for them. Make life a lot harder for him. Potentially, that was an incredibly impactful pick that the KO got on Jet at the start.
Benyo just trying to get a free pick would definitely help.
30
Spotted the
seconds
position, but there's not enough time to get the flick. There's no reason to peek out against the York though, and they know that. The save probably wouldn't even be the worst idea. I don't know if they spotted him on the jump peak there. Definitely moving back, and I don't think there's any reason to sort of flag.
Also shows
No,
that
Ashley.
Oh,
Josh
he
comes
catches.
in on the flank. Caught out. 2 all.
Yeah, incredible plays from the Neon there.
Absolutely.
Dashing in at perfect time to catch 2 players on orders. Cambridge always look at their most disorganised when they're planting the bomb.
Yeah.
And that's when they're always hitting the sites and catching them off.
That stage between when they throw the utility and they're running out, and that stage between where the bomb has been planted and when they're in post plant. That stage of like, right, we need to switch from attack mode and switch to defense mode.
When Oxford give them the
That's-
space, it
that's
seems
gonna
like
be
they
the
don't know. Oxford give them the space, and then as they plant, Oxford kind of
You
re-hit
want
at
to
that
play?
moment, and it
Let's
always catches
play.
them. Benyu has the chamber. Let's see if we can find a pick. Found quite a few great picks with it.
Get out of my way.
Looks like he's holding mid and will Sova peek into the Sova will drone him out. Although won't find out anything from the Viper.
It's good info darts going out.
Teams are piecing this round together, figuring out how each team's playing around mid. Looks like Cambridge are looking for an overswing and maybe a pick that they can find with these deagles in the chamber.
Oh, it's a good shot. Probably going to take some damage. Heals back up there.
Now it's Benji's
Two
turn.
ults active this round already. CTs.
And he finds KO. KO's playing very passive and
Yeah. Oh, it's weird. And the kill's going to come in. There's no chance for a trade either. Great
Going
play
through
for
it again.
going nonchalant. Good info.
KO playing with fire here, but he managed to get out alive with a pick.
Right.
30
The
seconds
sheriff
left.
is so lethal.
All of
when
a sudden, the
he's
A site is quite open. Let's see what S-Forge can do if they choose to hit the site. Radar's pushing out, just figuring out.
Oh, teleport.
Beautiful headshot from Radar. Unlucky teleport from S-Forge and Cambridge.
Cambridge needs to plant there. They need to get out onto the site, and they're going to get the bomb down. 4v3. There's a lot of potential here for Cambridge to cause Oxford some serious problems. They're able to win this round.
Radar.
Nothing short of disastrous. Radar with the opening kill. Trade back from Joshu.
It's a 3v2. If they can get this revived, still a 3v3.
On with 2v2. Joshu the revive. Very nonchalant.
Cambridge suddenly doesn't have a gun. This will be crucial if they can crunch him before he gets his ball back.
Yeah. Oh,
Can he find a crucial pick?
Last player standing.
Just 2v1 now, and
But there's
it's
not
just the
much
Jet on
left.
Ultra. What can they do?
There's no time.
And misses! Is there enough time?
There is enough time.
It's going to go right down to the wire, and you are right. There's enough time. It's 1.39 seconds left. Wow.
Might have come
Talk
down.
about fine margins.
Yeah. Great plays from Cambridge, but they just couldn't hold on to the
Yeah.
advantage they had when they got to the retake. They didn't have the weaponry for it. And I think maybe they could have fought over that K revive. Try to keep it
Yeah.
in the man advantage they had.
I think Cambridge just sort of backed off and hope that they had enough time. Hope that they had enough gunfire.
Yeah.
Hope they had enough, even fortune to take them through. But I
Yeah.
don't think they did.
Yeah, it looked like they were trusting Radar to try and just get a pick or two, and the rest would play passive inside. But
Not really capability to it. Still got a bit of a gun again. Already two detective filled teams.
the Viper ults come out on B here, so they'll have a lot of control with that. And potentially Oxford will start stacking towards the area.
I've got your trail.
Sky ult coming out,
come.
they're entering with this.
Great shot from S-Forge onto Radar. Trying for some shots through the smoke. Nothing coming as of yet. Oh, there's one!
Strike down A.
You don't
The
know.
Viper who just ulted, and that was Cambridge's whole round.
Yeah,
Now
he's
got
completely
no
destroyed.
wall, no Viper ult. But it's a 2v3.
Player standing.
Oh, great kill from
It's a
Sprite.
1v2.
1v2 now.
He knows
Rainer.
where Sova is. Viper's on the flank though, will he expect
I
this?
have this bite.
Rainer trying to
Don't think he will.
The bomb goes down.
Can
No,
he plant and get up?
Decisive. Gets around the corner, but not enough. And Joshu, it always seems to be him. 4-2 now for Oxford, and they're denying the clutch, but in a really good position now. Building rounds, building momentum, building confidence.
Another round, S-Forge seems to have single-handedly won.
Yeah,
but
this Forge, so many big rounds.
just slight margins. Cambridge peaking just before the Rainer flash had hit him there.
Yeah,
And he managed to take that space. And then the kill through the Viper ult, through the Viper pool onto Viper was incredible.
it's all come down to a matter of timing, I think. Timing so far, and awareness, intelligence. Oxford's been a step ahead, a step quicker. They've been moving more cohesively, they've been moving more efficiently. They've been on the same page. As you said, when we're talking about those phases between getting the bomb planted and holding a post plant, Oxford have been decisive in those big moments. And
Yeah.
Cambridge, well, they've had some very good mid rounds that I think have been brilliant. Some of their late round plays have just been
Yeah. Their
slightly
success
too
has
hesitant.
come more from
and it's
individual
confident.
picks.
They have, as you said, they've relied on those picks, haven't they? And when they don't come, they look a bit more lost. Speaking of picks, S-Forge opening things up on Fright. Oxford in a good position now.
Cambridge very passive around mid, just looking for the pick in, it looks like. Oxford don't seem to be overextending to give them anything.
Standing ahead.
Badger darting balls and showing some space, but Benjo has hidden from that, so we're interested to see if we can. Cambridge moving into a fast beat here.
Radar, very
entry.
fast.
See what Rec can do.
Got it all to do.
Second entry from Radar. He's been quiet this game, but that was an incredible set of entries to open up a crucial round for Cambridge. Let's see if they can convert it.
Oh, great kill from Badger. 3v3 now. S4.
Will Radar catch the flash? It misses.
Oh, shot from
Teleport's ready.
Radar caught out. And now Udono stuck in the middle of the site. Really wishes.
It is a good position, and if they don't clear him, he could get some round-winning kills here. Timon playing very passive and separated.
Yeah. Timmon's really playing that second. Oh, great from Viper. And the second!
Player standing.
Nonchalant trades back with as little time. No idea where Jet is. Up against the Kosh. Has to play the time here, Timmerman.
I think he knows.
Oh, the shot's missed. Nonchalant's too afraid to stick. Timmerman with the kill. Cambridge with the round 4-3.
What an incredible round, and I missed how Radar got the first entry on B there, but we saw how he ran in, took the second kill, and then took some aggressive space. Cambridge played that really nicely, and got a bit unlucky with Benjo dying and then the Sky Flash missing, but they played the retake very well.
I think you pointed to that during the round, but Radar, the importance of Radar in that round can't be understated. The way those entries came in, created space, created opportunity, and the space to plan. Absolutely integral.
Yeah.
And I thought the position taken up by Timberman at the end was really good. As you say, that contrast between Viper sitting inside and Jet sitting out from a distance allowed, when that first kill happens, as time, and time is the most important factor when the bomb is being.
And also an incredible 2K from Udono from half wall there. Oxford just weren't ready for that.
Two big plays, two
And
big
actually-
moments, and it's one absolutely massive round one for Cambridge. What can they follow it up with now?
Radar feeling confident going for some fights.
And that's what
Through the
Cambridge
double
needs. They
save.
need that kind of initiative. They need that kind of confidence, don't they?
Yeah. Finding individual picks does seem to be their strength, and Radar seems warming up into that.
A lot more of a slow round this time. The pace
again,
of the game.
Oxford are very stacked towards A. And Cambridge are looking to capitalise on this. If they can. Cambridge looking to rotate back to A, and Oxford looking like they've rotated off the site. I'm not
30
sure what
seconds
info they think they have, but down to Badger.
That's
Gets
one.
the first.
Gets the that's good.
Gets
job.
out.
Well, right
Don't know
into
might
the
have needed that pick.
five
And
on
now
site.
Oxford know they have 3 on site. Can Radar find some more crucial entries?
Radar needs these kills. Right, gets the first trade off. There's no time for Cambridge here.
Too many places to look.
Too many places to look. Too many positions to cover.
Donald
Udon
does have
gonna
the
get the
plan.
spike, but taken out just before Badger finishes it off. Brilliant round from him. Got the info. Got a kill, and ultimately got the rotates over in time.
Yeah,
Oxford getting their
Badger
fifth
getting
round,
that kill and surviving was the round.
Yeah, agreed. That was the pivotal moment where, especially as you say, once he's able to escape, once he's able to stay alive and conserve himself. he's in a
Yeah,
brilliant
and I
position.
think Cambridge thought they put more pressure on B than they had, and thought they would be walking into much more empty side. But once Badger got that kill, all of a sudden all the rotates came in, and it was a really hard side for Cambridge to push. Neon running it down mid, and let's see if she can find another early flank. Aggressive,
Gets back into a good position.
and they have the site.
They've already got the sights. Really
See-
fast, aggressive Valorant.
Hopefully Radar doesn't over.
Oh, S-Forge. Sheriff, so accurate.
Yeah,
It's the opening
perhaps
kick.
a bit too aggressive from Radar though, giving up a careless pick.
Yeah, especially when
Like
you've got
it.
bomb 5v5.
Teleport's ready.
You don't need to
Here
go
comes the
for it.
Neon flank. Great
Got
shot
it,
from Udono. Weren't ready for his position. And he's managed to pull off He wasn't ready for the second
Back
player.
in from behind, traded back from Benyo. Nonchalant gets the kill off 3v2. It's chaos over here on the B-bomb site.
Crucial
I'm
kill
not sure
from
who's
Fry,
going
and
to
he's
come
escaped
out
the
on
B
top, but it looks like it's
Beautiful
going
from
to be.
Cambridge.
It is Cambridge. Fantastic round coming on
Yeah,
top.
they seem to thrive in the chaos.
I agree. I mean, like,
Things after.
if you think about last round, how controlled it was, how methodological it was, especially when Oxford expected the second that Cambridge go for a fast B, play for those duels on the site. Even if sometimes they've got inferior weapons, they're winning them
Yeah.
because they're playing shock. There's shock value there. I think really rocked Oxford. They weren't sure what to do about it.
Yeah, also played for a retake, but actually didn't have much of a plan on retake. And I mean, if you're playing like that, it will just come down to the trades close sight, and they can go either way.
Mm.
Also taking a lot of nice early mid control here. Let's see what they can do with it. I really like this play from Neon, forcing them back mid and just falling off so quickly. Puts a lot of pressure on Cambridge, and not much risk.
Good early pick from Joshua getting that kill off.
Yeah, finding that pick on Tim.
Really important player to take out as well. We've seen how important he's been in a lot of the things.
And again, all of their B control lost with that pick, and Cambridge are forced into executing on it.
Nice, it's really important.
Really, can they trade out?
Or S4 does manage one, misses the second radar trade back. It's good info. So they know what's going on. Rec in an interesting position. Radar with a second,
Radar.
and Rec their double peak. Timing doesn't work.
Lovely double peek from Cambridge.
Brilliant. Oh, Benyo with the sniper picks it up and put it with
Justin, Josh.
Udonna with another kill, and Cambridge level it up
They have
5-5.
confidence in that
Oh.
3v5 actually, which was what they needed to convert that round.
They needed it. They needed that confidence. They needed that conviction. They needed to be. They need to believe. And I'm not saying that they
Yeah.
don't have any confidence, but they needed to have that sort of. Right, I'm going to go and hit that guy. I'm going to
Yeah.
take that position. I'm going to pick up his gun like Benyo did. And I'm going to kill people with it. That's the kind of mentality that I think they've needed.
It's great that they're able to convert these rounds if they're 1 or 2 players behind.
Yeah.
Because that will give them more confidence going into all the future rounds.
It continues to be. It has to be said. Such a close game.
Yeah, Oxford forced onto an eco here, so Cambridge, if they can convert this round, will be in a good position going into the end of the half.
Down A.
Early A aggression.
Oxford coming off well. 3v3. There we go. Down to the 3v1.
Well, some great early aggression, but Cambridge managed to take back control of the situation. They're now on a pretty safe 3v1. They've got a free site, and I don't think.
Not
Yeah.
going to happen.
Nice shot from Radar, who's warmed up incredibly.
Right, yeah, Radar's just got better and better as this map's gone on. I think. First map, excellent, but
Must be the
it
genes.
took a while to get going, and he's now really fucking amongst it. 2 AWPs as well, 2 AWPs. Don't mind that.
We're watching Benjo versus S4 again in this board battle, and
Yeah.
Benjo's been leading the scoreboard actually. I haven't really noticed, but he's been.
It's weird to see Radar at the bottom when I think Radar's been there every time they
Yeah.
win a round. Going for the impact.
Yeah, the
rounds.
difference between a beta and
Got your trial.
S4 just got a good idea on that.
see.
I'm gonna get
Oh.
one and try to.
Great trade from Fry. I didn't even see that. Cambridge taking the site quickly with the sky.
Wrecked. Really a difficult position, but erect some walls to stay alive.
Let's see if we can find some space again as they're planting the bomb.
Needs it, but taken out by Udonna. He took up a really good position there. Gonna get a spike. It's another kill from Benyo, and it's just Badger. 2v3 now. Looking for the info, but difficult to get it, I think.
And Viper pulling off a great flank. I don't know if Cambridge are ready for this again.
Joshu.
He takes
a
out Benjo,
brilliant
and
kill.
now they are, but they're stuck.
They're getting pincered.
Both players stuck. Probably a Molotov could be crucial here if Josh chooses.
Oh, the angle's not been fully checked. Didn't realise there's going to be 2, and this is going to be difficult. The Molly, as you say, it's pushing them back, but needs the kills. Not going to get them. Cambridge with a 7.
Surprisingly, 7-5 victory for Cambridge, who really came back into that half.
They did.
With great confident plays, and they were a man behind often in the rounds.
They're-
But that's the thing with Breeze, just a lot of brute forcing sites, a lot of sustain executes, and Cambridge really doing that.
I think Oxford could easily have won 8 or 9 rounds in that half, you know, if they just had as you said, those early round advantages, they weren't able to hold on to them. I thought Cambridge's mid-round game has been excellent, actually, in play game.
I think they seem to figure out that if they just stuck together and traded out on
Yeah.
they could take space, and it was working really well.
No, PhD, I think they had a really impressive T side, actually, I thought. For a lot of it, even though they lost in those rounds, especially in that last half, they looked really just, as I said, the word I used earlier was cohesive. They were moving like a team, which is a bit of a silly thing to say, but it's just true. You know, they were moving as a unit, and I think Oxford was struggling to deal with that.
Be interesting to see how Oxford, incredibly fast plays from Neon. Radar looks a bit caught off, but seems to settle down.
The rush A plan, that is, sorry. Going in very well.
Benjo is just missing the planter there. A 5v5 retake. Let's see what Cambridge has.
Benio seems to be free-firing those angles. He knows where Oxford are going to be.
S-Forge could have a crucial lurk here.
Yeah, in a great position. Oh, the kills are going the way of Cambridge. 3 of them, in fact.
It's not planted for S-Forge at all.
Oh, shot from S-Forge. Oh, shots S-Forge! That's number 3 out of nowhere.
Enemy remaining.
Ah, and the defuse comes off. It's 4, but they're meaningless. All it does is economic purposes. 4 kills and no round. I mean, how frustrating is that?
Yeah, that was an incredible recovery from S-Forge.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, the bomb just planted him, but his positioning, if his team could have just traded out a little bit better in the early picks, his flank could have been really easily.
If they just made his job a little bit easier, you have to say, then he could have been in a really good
On the
position.
charges. That's a good spot.
I think Cambridge would be very happy with that pistol round, just give them a bit of a buffer going into this off. Let's see if they can convert the second round. Josh taking some early space up elbow, I think, looking to see if he can catch off a push from Cambridge. Let's see if Fright can be wary of this, not overextend. Looks like Fright is pushing elbow. Will he be ready for Josh's position? And a nice first pick for Fright, who's now going very... And he's been sat down by Badger.
That is poor. That is embarrassing. I have to say.
Yeah.
I have to say.
So
No
Cambridge,
bias.
the confidence from Cambridge has been winning them rounds, but they can't be over complacent. They can't give away picks like that either.
Exactly.
You've done a
Still got a
nice pick
for
from you, which is forcing Oxford into an A push here. See if Radar's ready for it. K Knife catches him out, so Oxford now know he's alone on site.
Big now. Out there speaking to fight. It's a good trade.
Good trade, but it's crucial he got one there actually.
I agree. Needed that first. Just made it a little bit easier for those retaking CCs.
Now in the retake.
We're already ready. Spec
Is
in the hand of
not
Oxford.
quite
His
planted.
position is known. Trying to get a pick, but it's just not happening. They need to buy time and they need to stay alive. They need to work together.
Standing.
Tim and Min with the kill. Only 1 HP for S-Forge. Always fighting an uphill battle in those scenarios. Seems to be 9-5 for Cambridge.
Yeah, nice recovery from Cambridge. I think Fright needs to relax on the aggressive pushes just a little bit. It was a nice check on Josh there. And again, I think both teams will be happy with that round. Also getting a plant and killing 2 people. But no,
Is what we want to see, really. We want to see those gun rounds. Increase the quality of the game.
yeah. If Cambridge can take this round, I think it'll be quite definitive. But their money isn't looking so good, so Oxford have a good chance here. It looks like they're just going for a very safe execute, where they'll just trade out with each other with the better weapon. Can Radar find an early kill with these flashes? Looks like he's going to go.
Scout destroyed.
Spots 3 of them, and Cambridge starts to move.
Good info, but they're no radar. And somewhere.
Beautiful
Still
kill.
manages 1 though.
Beautiful flash.
Great flash. Allows the teammate to take the second. Third is there too. Not able to take
But
it.
nicely traded by Tim.
Down.
This is
Very well
good
traded.
3v2 for Cambridge.
3v2 now in favour of Cambridge. And Joshu got the HP, got the gun, needs to.
Joshua has a very crucial position here. I think.
Oh,
he can win
look at the
round.
position. Knows where all 3 are. Oh, tapping away, but can't find any. That's 1.
Recovery.
In the end, it's whiffing. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh no.
That undoes everything.
Needed at
good.
least 2 there, and
Fine.
only just got 1. Oh man, feels bad, man.
Yeah,
You hate to see that.
Typical Oxford.
Ugonna takes him out.
And I think that could prove to be a very
The economy's not looking
if
good,
they can
especially.
run away with this game.
Yeah. Momentum is firmly with Cambridge now. That's 7 rounds in a row. Oxford, time is running out for them to find an answer, I think, especially with the weak buy that they've got now.
Great aggressive play with Timmerman and Radar on A main there, and actually Oxford been a little bit indecisive on if they should push and trade or if they shouldn't. That was crucial there. A bit of a Nico move.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yeah, Oxford are broke, man. Don't have any money. 11 should be 11-5, but you never count out either team in this game based on how entertaining it's been so far.
They do have the chamber up though, and S4 has been getting incredible entries with it. He was looking more for one on A, but he's fallen back and he's joining the team on B now. And Udano is playing very close, and there is a chance they just catch him off because he's still holding mid.
They need that early frag up in it to sort of get the advantage, and if they can get them, then even better.
Incredible, they
get the
found
early
the first
frag as
entry.
Well, there it is.
Now they're exploding what they like. Right, seems ready for this.
Off.
Beautiful dismiss. That's what Reina can do.
The kills coming in there for Cambridge. The silliness has stopped. I say that, but Red's got another. Udano trades back. S-Boards trades 1v1 now.
Remaining.
All across the board.
And the Oxford
Radar
player is so
versus
low,
S-Boards.
but the sniper,
Probably
only
the two-
1 bullet in the magazine.
Two most impactful players on this game. And I think
This is like a
he's going to
microcosm
start
of the
piecing
entire
together this
map.
flank.
Radar's blank. The shot is missed. And there's no bullets left in the sniper. Radar coming out, gets the info. Got a Vandal, got some abilities, and got time. And that's the most important thing. Time is your friend as a CT.
Yeah.
Time is not S-Forge's friend. He's going to have to swing sooner rather than later, but passive angle taken up. There's just no time. Or is there?
Radar gives him the plant. Well played,
Give
but
it in the plant.
I'm not sure why he's done that.
Oh, on the swing, he knows where he is. He's going to back away.
And this has become
Reconsider
very
his
much
options.
possible for Radar. That's
Place
what
is
is
back
one
his
HP.
TP.
Oh,
Oh, what a sport! What a shot! It's a 3K!
that was.
Massive clutch.
I think,
Oxford take number 6.
yeah, the importance of the moment got to Radar there a little bit. He could have played with a little bit more confidence. 2 blinds and 5 seconds for Chamber to plant the bomb. He had to just run across. But yeah, incredible play from S-Forge. And another eco round has been won by one of the teams.
Timeout coming in now, a minute. S-Forge galvanizing the team, rallying the troops. 6 rounds. Only 4 behind.
Yeah.
This is... A minute ago, we were saying that previous round could be crucial, but I don't think either of us foresaw that win from Oxford.
Yeah. Yeah, and it all came down to a great entry from Rect and Neon finding Benji. And suddenly everyone was forced into reaction. It looked like Cambridge were trading out well, holding the B side, but yeah. S-Forge coming huge in the 1v1 with actually a great shot on Rest.
S-Forge has been brilliant, actually. S-Forge has been absolutely brilliant. Big moments, always there, and that's what you need. Oh, I don't know where it's going to go. This is such an atmosphere in this room now. I'm sure you can hear it picking up through the mic. Crowd's up for it. Players are up for it. People behind the screen are up for it. We're up for it. It's going to be great. I'm sure we were just as enamored behind your screens at home.
And Oxford looking like they're heading towards an A execute. We've got Tim and Radar holding side as usual. And a double push down elbow. Cambridge will start to realise. They will realise anyway very quickly. Here comes Oxford with a really nice play.
What a rush this is from Oxford. Straight into sight. Spike is down. Radar's shotgun completely
I didn't
powerless at long
realise.
range. Fright does open it up. Rex with the trade back on Radar.
Rex is very low. Let's see what Benjo can do on this fight.
Oh, Rex
Incredible
again. That's
double
number
kill.
3.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, it's just Jet now. So good from Rex. What a pivotal round. That 4 kills.
And I think it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out now. I was feeling very confident in Cambridge 2 rounds here, but not anymore. That was a great execute to take the side quickly and plant, with Cambridge able to have no reaction to that.
I mean, we talk about pivotal rounds. If Cambridge lose this round, They're broken some of the Rico, and then it looking level at 10-10 with momentum with Oxford. So, such a back and forth game, man.
Yeah.
Really enjoying this.
And also do have the KO here. They might pop it for a simple, fast air execute. If you don't, can pull off his Viper ult before that. See how it goes. The Viper ults come out, but Oxford look like they still might want to try the site to see if they can find him. The bomb is rotating up towards mid now. And let's see what Fright can do here. Going very aggressive in mid, and he's about to walk into 2 people. He's just missed them.
And depends what angle he can get as well. It's really important.
This could be a crucial kill in the fight between Fright and KO here. Oxford heading towards B and actually only Radar holding the site. I'm not sure where Cambridge think Oxford are, but now they know. Here comes the Viper ult. Viper wall. Here comes the Neon wall. It's just on Radar. It's popped his ult.
Red can get the bomb down again, I think. Just about does so. Another 5v5.
5v5 with the Viper ult on site. This will be a really hard retake for Cambridge. The Badger in a perfect position to catch off this Viper though.
Oh, Radar. Great shot on S-Forge. Badger takes out Viper as you predicted.
Great shot from Timmu as well.
His retake,
And it's just 2 of them on site. If they know this, they can act quickly. Let's see if Badger can get there in time. And let's see if Cambridge can.
Radar's going to try and get on the bomb. There's just 2 many
2v1.
kills. Radar has it all to do. Takes out the first. Is he going to find the second? It's just Badger. He's going to stick,
there's no
but there's no time. And Badger's there anyway. 3 kills for him. 8 rounds for Oxford.
Well, it was chaotic in the late round, but I think also pulled that well. And that was the
Yeah, I agree. I think I just say the late round became very chaotic. It became very open. But the Viper rules out on site makes it very difficult to read something. But I thought Cambridge did a good job.
Yeah, they found peaks on Oxford's overswings early, but when it got to trying to find them in the Viper ult, they just couldn't do it in time. And actually, Badger's lurk came in really clutchly.
Cambridge down to quite a weak buy, but there's still some gun that can do real damage. The Sheriff and the Scout, SMG, you never know just what might happen.
It's like they're going for another aggressive A play to try and repeat the success.
Oh, S-Forge is not allowing it to happen. And they just try back, but they're just...
Benjo with some trades.
From Oxford so good. Look how many they've got there.
Yeah.
And they're dropping like flies.
And actually, Cambridge just missing the shots they needed to hit them. Could have got a little bit more out of Radar's push and Benjo's ult there.
Now look at the way Oxford completely removing their attention.
Yeah.
They're really smart. Use the space of the map. The map's there to help you at the end of the day. It's there to give you space. It's there to give you an exit route. It's there to give you an entry route. And exploiting that to full effect. I mean, would Jet save or might as well just die? I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Yeah, Oxford's money is probably pretty good too. Any exit frags? Maybe she'll try and build her ultimate. Maybe Tim will try and build his jet.
If there's any orbs lying around, that would be ideal, I'd say.
Yeah, and it looks like Tim will be saving.
Smart save, to be honest. 10-9. We're going up to the gun round now. It's going to the wire again. Every single time. Every single time you think around, I don't know, it's unpredictable.
Both games have gone in swings.
It's marginal.
Both teams winning streaks around in a row.
Yeah.
This seems to be Oxford has momentum. Let's see if Cambridge can swing it back their way with this round. S-Forge pulling out the AWP. That'll be interesting. Let's see if he can. Oh, he's changed.
Change for the right.
I think they don't want to risk losing it and give them teams.
Yeah.
There's always the fear. And
the economic advantage as well of sort of saving those few thousand always comes in clutch, I think.
Oxford's money is really strong. Cambridge again, if they lose this, they're on to another equal. So
yeah,
the pressure must be on Cambridge. Hopefully they can keep their.
If Cambridge want to take this, it's getting really close. It's getting up to the point where they need it. There's not really a choice of losing a couple of rounds because it will happen later. It's getting to those.
Again,
look at the
down uncontested, but hopefully Cambridge has a plan on this retake.
How many 5v5 retakes are we going to see this game? Cambridge just haven't been able to stop them from doing this on A. They put the wall up and they run through, and no one stops them.
One thing
ever.
Cambridge should be doing is if they're playing retake, they can save this fight. using mid.
Yeah, oh, 2 big kills from Oxford. Benyo's got a good angle though, but he has it all to do.
Nice.
Right,
And it's
finds
1v3.
one.
Oh, it's a 3v4 for 4v3 for Oxford.
Oh, it's good damage, it's good kill. 2v3, it's good trades.
Player standing.
Very nonchalant and wrecked with big kills. 10-10 Oxford. Cambridge just don't have an answer, do they? Right now,
No.
it seems like pretty much every round, but like at least 3 or 4 of the last 5 or 6
Yeah.
rounds, you're looking at the aim wall
It
and
seems
the
to be
rush
both
and the
teams
quick
have
fun.
found is the way to. That's what Cambridge are doing as well on their team. So both teams seem to be able to take the A site for free,
Yeah.
and the defending team can't hold it. Cambridge can't be putting 3 people on site without contesting at any point. Without
Flaw with the
retake
map,
plan.
do you think?
Pardon?
Do you think that could be a flaw with the map? Because I mean,
No,
every team's doing it.
I think Viper should be saving her wall. I think you can play retake, but you have to have a good retake plan. Either getting some early flanks.
Yeah.
Or...
Attention very much towards B this round for the T's as they push forward. Sorry, on to A.
Nice
Spain,
pick from Benyo.
Spain's in a good position, a good trade back. Very
Radar
nonchalant.
still in a very strong position
3v4.
backside.
Exactly. With that judge, you get a lot done from that position. Waiting,
So he'll have to
ready
be-
and waiting, but Timmerman taken down. Joshua with a kill on Fry and Oxford are in a brilliant position as Viper
Yeah.
finds another.
Unless Radar comes in.
Radar would need heroics. Changes gun, still gets the kill, but
Almost
not
has
enough
to
time
play.
to switch back from trade. 11-10 Oxford on the verge of taking this series 2-0 now. The economy is looking quite
And
weak.
with the KO and the Neonaut, it looks like they could really hit that A site quite easily again.
Yeah. And in they come. Cambridge with a big one last roll of the dice. If Oxford win this round, there's no
Yeah.
money.
This is it for Cambridge. They really need this.
Last chance saloon strikes for Cambridge University before Oxford have the chance to level up varsity
And they brought out the
2022
orb, and
win.
it looks like Timon will go for an entry. And this is something they have been lacking.
I agree, they've needed that early kill. They've needed that early dominance and aggression and presence. But they've missed the shot. But
Right,
Fight still going to find one.
It's the first time they've had
Rapid
an
plan.
entry in a long time.
But it's still 5v4. Very nonchalant, trades back onto Fry. Escapes with his life as well.
And look at the lurk position of Josh. I think the round could be won here.
Oh,
If he-
Josh.
And he whiffs again!
Whiffing again!
Oh, but he finds one this time.
Not the second, but he has divided their attention. That still could prove just as important. Wrecked with another kill. The diffuser and the smoke is coming through. No one stopping Viper. And Viper's got the
my
defuse!
What a defuse!
Cambridge level it up.
find it. I didn't think they had it, but
No.
had some nice shots to round off the round.
No, the defusal comes in clutch. The smoke from Jet, the diffuse. We saw it in the CS game. Pros don't fake. That's how you do it. Brilliant Valorant play.
Open trade to do with work. It
It did. Sometimes when the going gets tough at these late round games, you just have to have a roll of the dice. You have to
Yeah.
play a chance. You have to go for it. They did it, and it worked. And it
Yeah.
could prove oh so pivotal
And a nice
in the storyline of this game.
Giving Cambridge the advantage, which kind of gave them the buffer they needed to ride out that later round.
Timeout from Benyo. These last 2 rounds of the game. Unless we go to another overtime, of course. But wow, I mean, talk to me like, what are you doing if you're Benyo? Again, I'll ask you the same question I asked you last time.
Yeah, I reckon this is more of a motivational talk this time. You know?
Yeah.
Telling Cambridge that
I
they
think
are
at this
winning
stage of
round.
the game, exactly. It's talking about the occasion. It's varsity 2022. You've won, CS have won. You need to win for Valorant. It's so close. We need to keep this series alive. We
Yeah.
can take this to the third map and we'll win. That's what you need to be saying.
I think also talking a little bit about plan to pull this A side.
Yeah.
It looks like Oxford are getting ready to hit it. And whilst Cambridge won the previous round, it wasn't the most convincing. So I think this is still a dangerous site for Oxford to top.
Yeah. That A bomb site.
It looks like they're going to sell a fake of the success of how easily they've been taking it, chucking a lot of early util, popping that Viper wall, and then just
Yeah,
hitting B.
things that util.
Really, it's pathetically missed.
That is bad. I was there like, oh, what a beautiful art. Oh, what a great throw. And it was useless.
And let's say Cambridge use
As for
they're still sold by. They're still sold by the fake, and it all comes down to Fright on site. Cambridge are nowhere near rotations. They're still not even considering it.
Oh, no kill. Info given away. Bit of damage. Josh is going to get the bomb down to the front of the site. Wrecked.
And Rex is running
Running around like a
nice pitch
nutcase.
for Cambridge though, and whilst they're in the off plant, it is a 4v3. Badger's nowhere to be seen, and there's only 2 on site. Fright can get a kill, the round I think goes their way cleanly.
There.
And he has
Knows where Joshua is.
As he's got
Mark
that there. Badger has arrived now and has the ult, so they need to be fast. So he can buy a lot of
very. But Joshua is going to get those plays off.
Player standing.
Oh, 3 kills from Cambridge. Benyo's on the bottom.
Badger do this.
Oh, here we go.
He doesn't have enough time.
Doesn't.
They can just get another player on the bomb and they would have won.
Yeah,
Nice.
Radar's coming from the back anyway. 12-11. It's map point for Cambridge. We're on the verge of taking us to a deciding map here.
2 clutch rounds when they really needed it.
Yeah.
And let's see if they can convert this. And Oxford's money is still good, so it'll be a even round across the board.
Oxford to take this to overtime would be massive. Because then it's just a complete and utter toss-up, isn't it?
I think things to look out for are that Oxford have a Neon ult, and if the Viper gets the punch, she'll have the Viper ult on A, which could mean retaking it gets even harder. Although she is setting up to lurk through mid, so I don't think that's how this goes around.
Play this far away.
Looks like they're doing a mid A split, trying to catch off the fact Cambridge will be so preoccupied with that A push.
The ball's going up like this.
Cambridge seem ready for it. Benjo holding double doors.
Good position for Udano as well. Rek.
Benjo finding the entry, but Rekt has pushed onto site, and Udano is stuck. They're trying to catch him with this information. If he can get a kill, it will be.
Oh, that's already.
Oh my gosh!
How?
Oh my gosh!
Udano. Lucky. A cat has 9 lives, but Udano has 10. How on earth is Udano still alive? Oxford may well come to rue that. Fright. Definitely doing all he can to make sure that's the case.
The B site is empty, but I think this should go Cambridge.
5v2. It's so difficult from this position for Oxford. Very nonchalant.
With this flash, they'll kind of give away the game. I think Cambridge will know that. Yeah, and the fast rotates are coming in. They're trying to catch players through mid, but Fright's
Oh,
running for it.
Fright's got it again. It's 5v1. Cambridge are going to be taking us to a third. 13-11. Didn't need overtime this time, but it's another thrilling moment. I think Cambridge was just so much more strong at the big moments there. I thought the big moments on the first map seemed to go Oxford's way, especially towards the second half.
Yeah.
And the second map was the other way around.
When it got chaotic, it was Cambridge coming out
Yeah.
this time.
It absolutely did. We're going on for a third map, and it's been so tight in the first and second. I can't believe how tight that second map was. I thought it could have been a lot more one-sided. You know, it's the energy that the players have and the way they're just staying up on top quality, sticking with it, believing in themselves, believing in their teammates. It was incredible. I think I don't know why Oxford changed off that A exec. It was working for so long, and then the last few rounds they stopped playing it. And another round or two, and you're looking at us, signing off the stream. So it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they kind of big brain themselves a little bit, thinking that they would be catching some timings. And to be honest, they did find some success with the defake, but a great retake came from Cambridge. And maybe they should have stuck to that, but Cambridge would be very happy they didn't.
Yeah, they were. It's very, very close, Cambridge. Right? It's
VALORANT.
It's incredible. It's incredible. It's VALORANT. That's it.
It's baby.
That was straight out of the heart. That wasn't sent to the head. It's been a brilliant game. It's been very entertaining. We're looking forward to bringing you more. We want to get into that third map just as swiftly as you do. It will be a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back with you very shortly for our deciding map. See you then. Hello again. Third map. Lots of fun. End of the day, man. These things happen. I mean, my energy's been taken out of me by those first 2 maps, I've got to be honest. It was so good. Obviously, the first one, Cambridge losing that out on overtime, but then bouncing back 13-11 on the second map. And now we're going to Haven for that final map. I mean, how did you envision this one going? I mean, talk to you about the second map. I'm still not over it, to be honest. It's so back and forth. It's so nitty and gritty.
I mean, Breeze, again, both teams had streaks where they win 5-7 rounds in a row. But then when it got to 11-11, it kind of just became really chaotic and came from the top, just when it mattered most. And I think Haven is a map where that can really come into more effect. Like it can be very chaotic. Like there's 3 sites and lots of fast rotates, lots of I can't say no.
It is a very sort of, just say it's very, with 3 bomb sites, you've just got so many options, so many avenues to explore. And I think it's quite hard to defend as a city.
Yeah, it
I
would be
find it
interesting to
really
see
difficult to play.
if Oxford can play as organised as they have been on down Greece in Haven because that's where a lot of their strength has been.
It has. And
They'll be caught off much more with sites where it's 1 or 2 people holding.
I think, it's coming to that stage of the game now, 3rd map. It's going to be the decider. It's who are going to be the big game players? Who are going to be the players who step up, have the big clutches? We've seen some big clutches, some big 4Ks, some 1v3s, individual moments. And I think pretty much every player on the server, I'm looking at the names now, they've all done it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's really exciting.
From Oxford, I think in the first game we were saying Espen and Josh were really carrying the team, but actually in the second game everyone was getting picks and something more. Espen carried on playing really well with picks, and across Cambridge, and I think they've all made impact players on this. Avengers been quite well. Radar had a lot of good entries, and interesting to see if we can do that again.
Will be switching back over to the game now and look at these champions. Talk to me. Is there anything that stands out for you?
Yeah, I mean, Haven quite a T-sided map, and what again are going to be interesting to take up and make a move. Is there a chance to boost back cars and they get wiped? I don't think they will. They made it very fine.
Difficult balance to get right.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see Badger's continuing to raise and Charlie going back to that killjoy.
Yeah.
Josh Hughes was over. I think Josh Hughes had a really good game.
Yeah, Josh has been playing some really, and actually learning a lot of really.
Yeah.
The reason I'm novel, that is something you can do.
That's quite interesting, considering I think he's been one of the big players so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's obviously gone from playing very fast-paced duelists to lovely Sage. But Sage is a character you can play. So, maybe that's
very interesting to see. As you say, Oxford are going to have a big T-side setup going now, and we're about to head into it. The first round of the final match, the final game of the day. Are Oxford going to level up the Varsity 22 and make it 1-1 on Saturday, or are Cambridge going to even it out? I don't know, to be honest. Do you have any predictions?
Yeah, neither.
I don't have a clue.
I think it will be interesting to see how I think the first half will set the tone for the game. It will be interesting to see if Oxford can make it decent work.
Yeah.
And again, who tends to thrive in the chaos?
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one of I should say, who thrives in the chaos, who's gonna be running around winning those little duels. It could be more of a, I think those first 2 maps have been ones of strategy. I think this map obviously demands strategy, but you know how open it is. If you've got a strong duelist, if you've got someone running around getting kills, then
I mean, Fright on the Brain is exactly. And that's exactly what he was.
Yeah. Fright struggled with consistency, I think, throughout the series so far, but if Fright steps up, then I think Oxford really have
but he has
a
had
difficult time.
Yeah.
That's a massive moment. S-Forge as well on the opposite side, and Josh has been very impressive in particular. They've had a player change again, haven't they? Because Charlie and Very Nonchalant are playing. They had someone else. Very Nonchalant played
Was he in the first?
Huh?
Was he not in the first?
No. So Charlie played the first game, then swapped to Very Nonchalant, and then Charlie swapped back into someone else. I'm not sure who. I can't remember the alias, but they've definitely had. They've been allowing subs. They must have been able to bring like 7 players or something. But yeah, it's interesting, very interesting. And here we go, lining up that first round. Let's see where the T's head up then. I mean, what would you do as a T pistol? Like, what's some good ideas do you think?
I mean, I think with their comp, they might look to see where, because often CTs go for very aggressive plays somewhere across the map. They might look to try and wait to see where that's happening and then to react to that. But Cambridge look like they're setting up very passively as well. Looks like the T's are heading towards C.
Getting that mid control to the window can be really tight as well.
Yeah.
Going into B from that long
Yeah.
two
I think it'll be interesting to see how they fight for carriage control.
Yeah.
That can be really important in terms of selling fakes, late round rotations.
The CT spread. It's always so interesting to see the CTs are so spread out. They're so the map connects through little connectors, but they're still, in terms of physical distance, they're still quite disconnected.
You're forced to just win your draws individually at moments. You can't really rotate. It looks like Oxford are gonna getting ready to hit C. They have a lot of time to change them.
A bit of a pause for technical reasons at the moment. We hope that they will be resolved promptly. I'm just excited to go into the action there. I mean, this is an interesting answer. I mean, I want the chat to get involved on this as well. I can't really see your answers, but interested to see. What has been your favourite map of the two so far?
Breeze has had a kind of bigger stressful moments. As a Cambridge fan. I think Bind was played better. Both maps have been really
They've been really hard
had
quality
more
games.
moments freedom. In space for a lot of individual players.
Let's see if this map can top everyone's choices. I hope it will. And judging by how the game's gone so far, there's no reason to say, whoa! Fright starting off with a great shot on the Sheriff, taking down the turret, and the reload doesn't even prompt the aggression. Checks Omen. Omen, Josh, you caught in a bit of an issue there. I'm not sure what he was doing.
Really didn't expect that aggression from Fright.
Hit into all S-Forge. Gets a response. Misses the shot but falls back. Timmerman dropping those healing orbs now. Oh, well, look at the kills from Fry. It's the ace! What an ace, the Sheriff. Going big on the pistol round. What did we literally not just say before this game started? Fright's been inconsistent. If Fright turns off, it will be difficult. I mean, come on. Ace. Fright with 5.
What a way to start, and I think Cambridge will be feeling really confident doing it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna. I mean, we heard the noise go up. Like everyone's up for it now. Fright, especially, is gonna be ready.
That was a dominant statement from Cambridge in that pistol. Fright just peeking garage twice.
Really did. Mid aggression again. Fright, he's loving this angle on the doors here, isn't he? It's an interesting orientation for the doors as well. How the space works. Fright again looking to exploit it. The teams are playing much more.
They are very
in the
ready.
second
They're
round.
waiting for his peak, and Raze is ready to swing off the turret's contact. Fright pushes too far, will get tagged by the turret, and I think that's when Raze is going to try and.
So far, Fright is not taking the bait.
Meanwhile,
Coming in with the first push down on
everything's
Joshi. Badger. Trying it back.
Yeah, Fright getting punished for his aggression, so he has got to keep it in the.
There has to be a level of moderation, hasn't there? You know? Or too much of a good thing is the phrase that comes to mind, I think.
Looks like Badger's trying to lurk out and be here. Tim is ready for it.
Oh, Tim with another pick onto Badger to see if he's in a good position here. Udon again. Udon,
Really nice play.
really good double kill. It's good. The teams are learning the angle they're sitting in. You know, this is interesting. And how they're going to fare in the buy round is even more interesting still.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't had a chance to see what Oxford will bring out on this map, just because of how they got rolled with the pistol, and then obviously the second one. They're on a low buy. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring out, and it looks like they're getting ready to take some fast A control. Whether they'll hit the site quickly off that, or just take it and fall back. Be interesting to see what they do.
We've seen Oxford fast A on Breeze and how successful it was. So it's definitely something that they're comfortable doing as they look to take some control.
And Radar are ready for this.
Such a good boosted position up there. And when they're coming, he's going to be ready. Bailey's going to peek, going to get the info. Before S-Forge with one, falls,
two.
Radar with the second.
Can he hold the long?
Unlucky Badger taking him back. Timmerman falls as well. There's a bit of ball. Needed to win that duel, and Udono has a lot to do on the retake here with Fright.
Killjoy going back to
UV3
hold
retake
threats.
required.
Found them.
Bomb being planted as Charlie holding the flank angle. He's wary of Fright, knows where he is. And thinking about where to take him down, does so with a good headshot. You don't know with it all to do 1 versus 3. He's up against it here. And time is not on his side.
He'll be happy with
Very few utilities. Wants to get some kills. Not going to get any.
I really thought Cambridge had a better chance with that crossfire still that I'm not sure why Benjo didn't teleport out when he was caught by the breach Oxford, but well converted by Oxford.
Very much so. Oxford getting themselves onto the board there. It's a very important round to win from a financial perspective as well.
Yeah.
That first gun round going their way. And they need to be winning gun rounds. I mean, if it's a T-sided map, you need to win gun rounds. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, you aren't going to win the map.
It looks like Raze is going to go for some early aggression on the A again.
Okay.
Big unity popped it there. That's the aggression
clear
there,
out
as you
as
say.
It's not going to see anything. It's going to come back.
Right, holding that window up.
Fright still feeling very confident, going for a lot of aggressive plays on them.
Yeah, really aggressive towards mid, isn't he? Well, in the pistol round, he proved how good he is at it, actually.
Oxford are playing really slow, just holding for any pushes. They're breaking the Sage Wall garage, causing Timon to have to be wary of it. It looks like they're getting ready to try and explode on A. How Cambridge will deal with this if they can get rotates into them?
And we know how dangerous Oxford are with those, fast A picks as well.
Right, lurking down mid. Oxford are aware of it, but if they can actually catch him up,
I win again.
S-Ford with a
West
great lurk
Ford
out
with
here, and I
good
think this will really help the A exec.
Teleport's broken.
Benjo
30
holding down.
seconds left.
Backs away. In comes the A exec from Oxford. Coming out through long. Great pick from Benjo with 2.
Benjo.
Doesn't find the 3rd. And now 3v3. Spilling onto the A site with little time to go. Radar. He's got all 3 of them in the sight. Takes out Omen emphatically. And there's no time
30
now.
seconds left.
They need to move rapidly. And it's just not going to happen. Oxford saving. Oxford losing. And Cambridge getting that 3rd round on the board.
Yeah, and Benju really stepping up there.
Player
A
standing.
great double kill when he was surrounded on all sides by utility from Oxford. The flashes and the aftershock just missing him, and he had a great timing for that raise peak. Really well played by both of them there. Omen catching off the raise with a great flash when she was trying to hit the site. And it came down to that crucial moment, and Cambridge just came out on top.
Yeah, Cambridge. It's a really important round for them. They're getting a few rounds on the CT side together early doors. I guess the best time to win it as well.
Yeah.
When the financial situations aren't fully established for the rest of the half.
Yeah.
Getting those early rounds can be so important on the
You
CT
want
side.
to
If they have a strong
play,
T side,
let's
then
play.
they're already in a strong position. Look at the aggression from Bright. Oh, able to get one and
Able to
run
escape
back.
with the rainy utility. I thought he was dead there.
So did I, and all that info can come in so valuable. Oxford know it as well. They look shell shocked by that.
Yeah, this dangerous game he's playing. He's coming dangerously close to giving away some picks on the on Oxford's eco round. Cambridge in a great position. Although Oxford are walking onto a site that is only being defended by
Radar, great position too. Nearly
Really
good for the
clean
3rd
headshots.
as well. Such a good position to get up to. Omens can just teleport up there as well, and that's another reason why it's so good to have them.
and I think he's won around with that double kill.
Yeah.
That was Oxford's.
He's the
chance.
definition of an impact fragger. Radar.
Yeah. Forge does have the ult though. They can make it work with anything.
2d4 there for Oxford. They're up against it. Long shot.
30
Very tight.
Player standing.
Benjo
Oh,
blind.
what a
Still
kill.
manages to kill Bomb. Discovered. Very, very good kill.
Teleport's ready.
S-Forge.
That's
No
a
hope
great
here.
series.
There they are.
He's good, but he's not that good. Oh! Still a very good kill. Still going to get caught out from behind.
Him just flying out.
I'm a mountain.
Yeah, really good aggression.
And that was a really well played Antico from Cambridge. I think they need for their own kind of confidence to be strong in those big rounds because they've been a bit shaky in the screen.
Really strong. Proper gun round coming in now though. 4-1 Oxford. I think we need this. To be honest.
It looks like they
I might
might
say
be
things like that earlier in the game.
Stay inside.
right again going for some garage pressure, but he's not committing this time. Just probably got He's just found the pick
What a
C long
shot!
and he's got a double.
Down. C.
Rainer is just so good on this map, man. As is Omen, but even Omen's not good enough to deal with that from Benjo.
Yeah, and Oxford seem a little bit lost
off
at this
here,
point.
1 by 1. There's no trade, there's no aggression. They're just getting forced back, isolated themselves,
Yeah, and I think
and that's it.
I mean Fright has had an entry kill pretty much every round now, and the round is done at that point. Oxford kind of don't know what to do. They're playing these splits, and as soon as it claps on one side, they're looking a bit lost. Fright's had incredible impacts.
Right, I am pointing him out before the game.
That's what you need to be doing. That's exactly what we're in for.
Using Rain perfectly, I agree. That's how you use the character. Excellent choice of character and excellent use of character. Oh, Benjo with the early pick onto Joshua.
All the entries going to kick. What a great trade.
What a great trade from S4, though. He's really good. Right, so aggressive. Takes out the turret and backs away.
Oxford look like they're just looking for more peaks from Cambridge. They're not looking to do too much yet. They are gearing up for a C hit. As Fright's rotated off, so they might have a perfect timing to take the site, and this might be their best chance in this round. Oh, as I say that, Radar with a perfect
information there.
all the information is theirs.
No, just go. And if I'm off, and I'm running back.
Actually, yeah, Oxford still could have committed, but they're scared of that Omen teleport.
It's good though that Cambridge haven't over-rotated, and that's why, because Timmerman able to get a pick, able to get in for Radar as
Clean
well.
headshots from Radar.
Enemy
Oh,
And
Radar!
Spike down.
Another. And Badger all alone. Oh, able to do nothing right.
With the easy headshots to finish it. And yeah,
Such good info, wasn't it, for moment?
I think this is a little bit what I was worried about for Oxford. They kind of don't have the pace or the aggression in their composition and the utility to really punish these, like, just rice from Cambridge. They're having to just put numbers and walking in, and they're losing the individual duels.
I've got to say, I've been really impressed with Cambridge's defense. I've been
Yeah,
really,
it's been really
say, aggressive, punchy. But they've controlled the game. And as a terrorist, you're supposed to, well, as an attacking side, you're supposed to control the game. And they've been able to manipulate the game, isolate the duels, force them backwards, and take the game on their own terms.
And let's see
And
if
that's why we're in control.
Radar and Benjo can do it again, going very aggressive on. A bit too aggressive. And this is Oxford's best chance to take the site. Killjoy will secure the site. And they'll secure the off plant. I think this is the first off plant we'll be seeing this game
Yeah.
coming out from Oxford. So let's see how Cambridge do with a man disadvantage.
Spike
4v5
planted.
readers, it'll be really interesting to watch it. Oxford need to hold it, like the shot to go, to be honest.
Benjo's got to deal with 2 on this leg. Let's see if he can occupy them enough. See how confident.
Taken out comprehensively, Killjoy with 2 there. And Udono's on his own, and that is not how to play.
I think Cambridge's confidence kind of coming back to bite them there, just running in everywhere.
Oh, shot. We'll just try and take a couple out on the way out, you know?
Yeah, and actually, any damage he can do will be.
That's going to be enough. Badger going to finish it off as Oxford get their second round on the board. A very much needed one at that as well.
Yeah, and a clean round as well. With good confidence. Yeah, Radar a bit too confident on that swing. Should have expected that there would be several people holding it. But Oxford converting that really well once they had that space.
Around now, Oxford really needs to spend some energy on that first round to help.
Yeah.
Secondly, we just certainly to get the momentum going, get the confidence back up. Right with the opening pick, the trade.
How can they with Fright?
Flashy doesn't get it. That's not going to be very helpful for their course team.
And on, oh my
gosh.
And yeah, I think more importantly than any strategic game Cambridge are playing, they're just aiming so well at the moment.
I can tell you now who the MVP interview might be for the way that things are going at the moment. Wow, what a start from Cambridge again, 7-2. This is pretty one-sided. It has to be said at this point. I know Oxford just went around, but no. Cambridge are just playing, just controlling the game, dominating.
Yeah, no, they're resorting to
Incredible to watch. Two. Right with 3 in the end. Radar to finish it off. 7-2 to Cambridge. If I'm Oxford, I'm thinking about a timeout, and I'm thinking about it sooner rather than later, to be honest.
I think they can't afford to play so separated and just getting picked up.
Yeah.
Right, like.
I agree, yeah. But equally, I think that there's sort of a credit that needs to be given to Cambridge in that.
Yeah.
I think Cambridge are, Cambridge are
No prisoners.
isolating them. I think Cambridge are forcing them back.
Yeah.
Cambridge are making it difficult for them.
They are.
I think
they
Oxford ought to be doing it better, but
Cambridge
it's
are
very
punishing.
easy to pick one side, isn't it?
Yeah. They're punishing really well.
Either way, it's been a fantastic game of Valorant. I just think Oxford haven't shown their full self so far on this map.
You know what?
Right again. The crosshair placement. That's why it's so useful, so helpful.
Yeah, I think someone needs to check on the PC.
It's right. You just can't stop. Overextend, you could be argued there, and S-Forge.
Yeah.
Ants as well.
But I don't blame him at this point. And actually, really smartly, they're not pushing C, and Cambridge are over-rotating. Oxford do have a chance to try and hit A here.
Holding those garage doors.
Yeah, you've done it really confidently, holding aggressively, but
There'll be it, there'll be flashes out.
perfect.
Perfect timing. Great anticipation, awareness. S-Forge, quite the opposite, and Timmerman got it all to do on the site. Finds another. And the next
Oh
one
my goodness.
falls. Massive kill. Benjo to finish. What a hold from Sage. 8-2 to Cambridge. Turns the tide of the round in an instant.
Yeah, I mean, they're just hitting the headshots. I don't think there's anything else to say.
As I said, crosshair placement, man. Get your crosshair that high and you're automatically causing problems,
I think everyone that needed to step up from Cambridge has, all at the same time, and it's been really clean.
The economy for Oxford is a little bit interesting. They're going to have to possibly buy here. And we could be looking at a 9-2 city side for Cambridge. I mean, as a Cambridge fan, you've got to be quite comfortable.
I think for the first time in the series, I
Really?
feel properly relieved.
The last time you were relieved in comfort, though, was in the first match, and we all saw how that went. Just towards the end, towards overtime, you think, oh, this is all right. And
Yeah,
then-
I don't. But the difference is, Oxford were really showing
Yeah.
ways into rounds they were losing. Here, it's been a complete wipe. But it's not too late. If they can take 8-4, I still think they have.
April's very doable.
They have a defense-sided comp, but
Look at
Fright somehow
It's just so far up.
in a different angle every time. He's able to find an entry.
4v4, you're still probably happy with it, with all the info that you get in addition. You don't know. Rotating towards that garage.
Yeah,
Wary that with Fright to death, space in mid for the T's to exploit. And that's
be
why he's been passive here, which I think is smart.
yeah. He knows that he got punished for removing people last round. It'll be interesting to see if S-Forge can find Radar here, who's very pushed up and the only A-hole. If they can find him, they have a way into the site.
Very aggressive.
But he has been hitting shots.
Here we go. Needs some headshots here. Radar, the big moment.
Oh my God.
It's 2 and the 3rd. Number 4. Radar. That's how you anchor a site. That's how you lurk. Easy money.
Incredible.
Last round before the switch.
What a scintillating end to the half. End the half now. We don't need another round. You said it yourself.
Surrender.
You're playing that position. You have to be backing yourself. You have to hit your shots. The crosshair place was immaculate. The position, the angle was immaculate. And Oxford were just not cohesive in the way they pushed the angle. Fantastic Valorant.
Incredible mechanical aim from Radar, even if they were double
Incredible
team,
skill.
incredible recoil, and then he was obviously feeling it for the final few shots there. Opted to teleport past him this time.
The confidence that Cambridge have. It's on the verge of spinning into arrogance, but it's not there yet. I hope that doesn't change.
5 people hitting a site. Cambridge aren't even bothering rotating. They're just trusting Radar to hold this.
And I mean, every single player's coming up big in this final map. Look at Benjo there.
Really aggressive.
Attack and Killjoy has missed the gap. That's all he's got. He's got so much time here, Radar. Number one. It's another edge. And a second, Radar. Falls the very
Finally managed to take it down. But I think he's done enough.
2 before there.
Cambridge really fast on the lurk, but Oxford are ready for it. A nice breach hold.
Player standing.
Right, takes down Josh Hughes. 1v4 for very nonchalant. It's impossible. It's no chance. It's double digits for Cambridge. The hopes for Oxford must be running low. They need to be galvanised. Their IGL, I think, needs to be. And they're using the revive after the round, but I mean, that's just.
I mean, comebacks have been made at every
The
point.
mind games from Cambridge now. Playing into their hands, I think. And Oxford now, at the start of the second half, they need to be bringing out a different side.
If they win the pistol, I definitely won't.
The pistol can get you 2 or 3 rounds, but even then you're 10-5 on a very two-sided map.
Yeah.
That's very difficult to play. That's very difficult to come back from. And I'm
Do you have
unsure.
a very defense-sided comp? So this could be the
But I mean, I do think that the aggression of Cambridge has been shown.
I mean, if you look at
Two inside too.
Cambridge have really high focus, and actually,
Yeah.
Oxford 3, 4 people in the
I mean, look at you, Donald. He was massive. I think last night. He's yet to turn up.
Yeah,
If he gets a few kills, if he has a few good rounds, then
I don't think he's needed to turn up.
good night, Vienna. You might not even need him though. It's a good point.
Cambridge looking at a fast C execute. Killjoy falling off the site, and I mean, this is what Oxford were doing well.
They come. The early round aggression. Oh, Radar on the lurk. Not successful this time. Right, neutral into the side. CT down 5v3. They need some kills. CT. Oh, right with another one. Out of ammo. 1 versus 3. Everyone's on low HP. There's no time. And Oxford get around back. 10-3. The pistol goes their way. They needed that.
Yeah,
But it's still early.
and I think they'll be relieved that the round played out the way they hoped. They played retake, but they capitalized on that bomb plant timing again, and just won the trades on Cambridge defense there. I think they'll be relieved that Fright didn't win the 1v3 when he had that deagle.
To be honest though, Fright with the Deagle now. Second round of the Deagle. I'm always anxious seeing Fright with the Deagle.
If he
after
could
that.
have got the
I know. Instantly scoping for info, instantly denied it.
with a lot of garage aggression, but this is
Position up high as well.
is
With
where
the Spectre could cause some real damage, I think.
they're switching this up into a fast beat hit. Oxford are ready for it, but will they be able to deal with the brute force?
Well, it's early kills all going Oxford's way. Fright left in a 1v5. Gets 1, falls. Could have helped his team a bit more. Sat off, bit of baiting.
Yeah,
Not the sheriff who wants the headshots.
for some reason only aggressive on the CT side.
Yeah.
But it's good to see some clean rounds coming out of Oxford.
Yeah, they need some clear
Of
rounds.
course, they should be converting this cleanly.
The
but
pace, their pace has completely changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The way they're playing, they're sticking together as a unit a lot more as well. I know it's just taking some gas.
yeah,
But I think so. I think they're moving like a well-oiled machine, and that's what they've needed. And they haven't had that in the first half.
this is a round that could be instrumental to their comeback.
Absolutely. If they can break the Cambridge economy,
Looks like Cambridge are going to brute force the A site here and just try and fight S4. She's going for an early pick.
it's close to getting one as
Hasn't
well.
got the first shot.
Close but no cigar. Falls back, stays alive, gets some info. Useful.
In the meantime, Breach has rotated, so they are looking to hold the site rather than play retake.
Yeah, it depends on what point do any of them they start thinking of that flank.
Yeah.
Very much on the cards, I think. In they come. They're going to burst out. Udono with the opening pick onto S-Forge. They spill out into the A side. Kill on backside again. Udono. Benjo tries it again. Said once he turns up, he could be pivotal in those rounds, and he's proven it with the entry fragging there. But now it's about the post plan. 2 versus 4 for Oxford. They really need this round, but it's looking quite futile if I'm being honest. They need a miracle, and it's Josh who's going to come in first in search of it. Charlie backs him up, and Udono falls 2v3. Wary of angles, but time is really working against them. Quickly they go. Clearing balcony, getting the kill. But Benjo tries back 1v2. Out of ammo, out of time. Benjo with 3. Clutch round from him and Udono. It's 11-4.
Yeah, and Cambridge clearly really confident. They could hear the rotates from Oxford coming into that A site. They knew there were at least 2 on site, but they just brute forced the site anyway and traded out really cleanly.
Well, to be honest, this is last chance saloon though, isn't it? I mean, 5 rifles, 5 armors, no money. Oxford,
Yeah.
going for it now.
Looking completely, both teams looking completely different to the teams of the first 2 games.
Oh, it's fascinating, isn't it? Because this game, I think you predicted that with the map, because you talked about how Haven is a much less controlled map. This game has been very chaotic so far. Instead of typified by great executive, it's typified by individual duels. Oh, the trigger control. Once the second. Oh, no, the whiff,
Josh's games have
The
been...
intention was good, but needed the match repeat. Badger trade back 3v3. And now Oxford are focusing their attention on A, and it's just very nonchalant here on his lonesome. Much to do, much responsibility. I don't know whether he shoulder needs to get the first. Able to get the first and the bomb, but traded back. Timberman strikes again, and now it's just
They
Badger
might
in a
not
2v1.
expect Badger's aggressive positioning. He might... Benjo's seen him in
Yeah,
the
the position, that's a lot. Oh, they play the time. Cambridge takes Benjo with 2 huge rounds. 3 kill after 3 kill.
Yeah.
And it is match point for Cambridge. Wow, I think this is it. There's no money, there's no hope. Oxford, very much.
I think they'll need a miracle.
They need more than a miracle. We said miracle a few times. I keep retreating to it, man.
They'll need academic excellence.
This needs something special. This needs something.
I think we're looking at if S-Forge can get his chamber ult, that might be exactly what they need.
You want to
But
play?
Cambridge
Let's
is
This
play.
needs 8 rounds in a row. And that's so much easier said. On the CT side, getting 8 rounds in a row on Haven. Never seen it done, to be honest. That's an impossible ask. But Oxford are going to have to try. It's all they've got. It's all they've got left in their locker.
Oxford looking...
Right, taking a look at the aggression from Fry.
Right idea. See it.
Info gain. Oh! Right.
Back.
Josh, you can trade back. Killjoy really needed that, I think. 4v4. Ults in play this round. Badger retaining garage control. Radar gets a pick. You know how important he's been. Oh, he falls this time. What a shot from S-Forge. The dink in from Badger forces the teams back.
But
They're going to get away.
Free A site now, and if they realise that, then
Yeah, the quicker they get to A site, the quicker they get a free site.
looking at a very
And they know it. Oh, the call. They
Faking
changed
it.
direction. There's been no rotates, and Badger's going to hear all this. The flank could be pivotal. Slow,
30
but the
seconds
calls of the
left.
communication's going to come in. They're now going to A, but they've taken their time. And Badger's coming in on that flank, but
Yeah.
he's just a couple seconds behind. And he's backed away. That round was on a knife edge there, whether they even got to A, and they have made it 3v3.
I mean,
Recap
Cambridge
time.
have all the space to take perfect positions. Yeah, I think this one's really hard to take.
Very difficult. They've got utility as well. And that's a luxury that I don't think Oxford been able to afford. But in they come. 3 of them from the same place.
Benjo,
No flank. Benjo opens it up. 3v2. It's Badger with all of the things to do. He has to lead. Falls. Impossible. 3v1. S-Forge. falls, and that's your lot.
Win.
13-4,
2v1 to Cambridge.
2-1 to Cambridge. 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, I think the scoreboard says it all. Right, on
Yeah.
first bloods, 20 kills, radar, 17.
Yeah.
Anytime they came to this side, getting 3 at least.
Yeah,
I think the things that were in the wing conditions,
yeah,
individual polls, within Texas, really just came into full effect.
yeah. It all just came into like an absolute another stomp. Everything combined, the chaos of Haven, individual players. I mean, Fright in particular was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the ace. Even Radar when he was holding on the anchor there, was absolutely incredible. The big plays, the big moments, they all went Cambridge's way. The CT side was aggressive, it was punchy. Oxford didn't have an answer for it, and they were feeling themselves, and it showed in their performance. It was absolutely phenomenal. And now Cambridge take a 2-0 lead in Valorant on the day. Brilliant.
How it should be.
How it should be. I'm not going to agree with that. Well, what I think we can agree with though is that we'll be cutting to a break now. We'll be back very soon for some MVP interviews, and we will see you then.